packages. He'll chew through them. And so he chewed through like the box and the bubble wrap on 2 big things of sunscreen.
Damn.
And his teeth poked holes in the sunscreen. And so when you squeezed it, it was coming out the side. So I put flex tape around it and saved it.
And that worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll try some flex tape. Flex tape is the boat, and Gorilla Glue is
it's just
the
super
one that
glue.
some people put in their hair, right? There are people that
don't
put
do
it
that
in their hair, which is
don't do that.
a terrible thing to do.
that one crazy
lady
woman
put it in her hair.
That was
and she's
amazing.
Like, I thought I was just trying to style my hair.
Was that during the pandemic that she did
I
that?
think so.
Was. Yeah, I think it was.
That's why it blew up so much.
Don't put it in your hair. Don't put it in your hair. So I was in tell me if you've ever had this experience. You're driving really fast. Like I was driving 80 today.
Okay.
On the 10.
Okay.
And then there was a car stopped. The entire lane stopped.
Gotcha.
So I broke on time.
But then you looked in your rearview mirror.
Then I thought somebody behind me is going to screw it up.
Were you in the far left lane?
Far left lane. And bam, stop right away. And I'm like, somebody is going to rear end me at this point.
If that happens again, pull onto the shoulder.
Oh, yeah. If you think you're going to be in an accident, are you supposed to...
If you think you're going to get hit from behind, pull to the shoulder.
Okay.
And then somebody else will get hit, but it won't be you.
Are you supposed to be like tight, or are you supposed to like stay really loose if you're waiting to get hit?
Well, is your seatbelt on?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, it'll help, believe it or not, if you can brace for it, if you know it's coming.
Yeah.
It's just like if you're a quarterback, if you don't see the linebacker, you could really get hurt. So, no, I'd brace for it.
Brace? Is that the right thing, Bergman? Brace for it? I heard it's supposed to be like really loose and floppy. If you
because think about
smack your head all the way around and get...
If you feel that you might be in an accident, get loose and floppy, I think. Are we on YouTube today?
Yes, we are. So they saw you
get
getting
loose and floppy. Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. So Ireland, I find this interesting. First of all, Pat. I was just going to say Pat Riley has a joke at 1:30. No, it is Riley, Greg's daughter, that has a joke at 1:30. I don't think.
Have you heard the joke, Greg?
I have heard the joke.
And is it a winner?
It's funny. I like it.
So, do you?
Is it good as the David Faraday Tiger Woods joke?
I don't remember that joke off the top of my head.
Okay, so David Faraday, I just read this book John Feinstein wrote about David Faraday. And Faraday and Woods started on the tour.
Yep.
Woods started as a player when Faraday started as an announcer.
Yep.
So they've always gotten along, and they always give each other a hard time. So Woods walks up to Faraday and goes, "Hey, Faraday, what do you call a black guy flying a plane?" Faraday goes, "I don't know, Tiger. What do you call a black guy flying a plane?" Looks at him and goes, "A pilot, you racist."
I don't think she's going to go that route.
Yeah.
That's not the way that joke
sort of
goes.
The edginess that we're going to get from Riley?
She's very edgy.
Have I told you, Greg, I told you this, I know. It may, so have I told you the brunette who goes to the doctor?
No.
Okay. Really attractive brunette goes to the doctor.
Yes.
And goes, "Doctor, I don't know what's going on, but I hurt all over."
Yeah.
And the doctor says, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah, let me show you." She touches her elbow, and she shrieks in pain.
Right.
And she touches her knee, shrieks in pain. And then touches her ankle, shrieks in pain. And the doctor goes, "I think I know what's going on here. Are you a natural brunette?" And she goes, "Well, no, I'm a natural blonde." He goes, "Yeah, you got a broken finger."
No, Riley's joke is going to be more interactive.
Is it going to be that? It's going to be interactive.
It's going to be an interactive joke. Yes,
it's going to be more interactive than that joke. Because the finger broken and she's a blonde, so she's.
It's not a blonde joke.
No, she doesn't go with
Riley's
the blonde
not
joke.
a blonde. She could go that way.
She is a brunette.
Yeah.
Curly haired brunette.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Well, we've got
Riley's.
You
got a broken finger.
Yeah, we've got Riley's joke coming up next. Plus, can LeBron James lead the Lakers to another NBA title? Can he do it? One prominent NBA analyst says nope. We got that coming up for you, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, are you hungry? You looking for something to eat? Is what, Bergman, about a month ago that you and I were live in Koreatown at a Lakers event sponsored by Bibigo. And Greg walks over to me and he goes, "Try this." And he hands me this sample plate of Bibigo food.
Right. Is it like the buns and stuff like that?
No, there was a wonton, and then there was some orange chicken, and then there was a bunch of other stuff.
There was a pot sticker.
Yeah, there was like
that's what
5 or 6 different things in there. And I said, this is fantastic. Can we get more?
Mm-hmm.
And Greg goes, I think so. And by the end of the show, we had dusted off 8 of the sample boxes between the two of us. And that's because Bibigo promises bold, authentic Korean flavor. Whether for a meal or a snack, Bibigo is the perfect way to flavor up your next get-together. It's America's favorite and #1 Asian snack brand. Bibigo believes that food brings people together, and there's no better way to share some premium, delicious Korean flavor than to do it with Bibigo. You can find it in the frozen food section of your local supermarket, Target, Walmart, or Costco. Bibigo, the official game day snack of the Los Angeles Lakers.
p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwiched between Travis and Sliwa and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight, I need you.
You know this one, John, right?
This is Olivia Newton-John.
No, come on, you know this. You've actually talked about her on the show before.
Is this Ariana Grande?
No, it's Dua Lipa.
Oh, I like Dua Lipa.
Yeah, Dua Lipa. She's great.
Even if she didn't sing, I'd like Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
I'm with you, John.
Yeah. So, all right. So we've got a joke today, and the joke comes to us from a really, really great comedian. She's young in her career.
Is it Amy Schumer?
It is not Amy Schumer.
Is it Sarah Silverman?
It is not. Both would have good jokes. No.
Yeah.
Joining us right now is Riley Bergman. Riley is Greg's daughter. Welcome to the show, Riley. How are you? Hello,
Riley, you there?
Riley?
I'm talking. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good.
So, Riley, you have a joke for us. Is that true?
Yeah, and whoever wants can answer.
Okay.
Go ahead. What is it?
Okay. So, first, there's 301 bricks on a plane. One falls off. How many are there?
300.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, 300. I thought that was a
Now,
trick.
how do you put an elephant in the fridge?
How do you put an elephant in the fridge? I don't know. How do you put an elephant in the fridge?
You open the door and put the elephant in.
Oh.
Okay, and now,
You have another
how
one.
do you put the giraffe in the fridge?
You put a giraffe in the fridge.
No, you open the door and put his head in there and put him in the fridge.
No, you open the door, take the elephant out, and then put the giraffe
Yeah, no, totally fine. It would never fit an elephant and a giraffe. You're absolutely right,
in.
Riley.
There's more.
Okay.
I
There's
can't
more.
wait.
Okay, and now the Lion King is having a party. Which animal doesn't go?
The
Lion King is having a party. Which animal doesn't go?
Come on, it's easy.
Oh,
Wait,
is
what
it
is-
easy? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
The giraffe, because it's in the refrigerator.
Is that it, Riley?
Yes. Yes.
Come on, guys.
Oh, no, I'm not picking
Okay.
up on this. You're smarter than me, Riley.
Okay, and then there's one more.
Okay.
Okay. Susie and her grandma are walking through the park. Susie suddenly dies. How does she die?
Walking through the park, Susie dies. How does she die?
I don't know. How?
How?
The brick from the plane that hits her head.
It all comes back. It all comes back. It's circular. Oh, that is
That was
great,
not
Riley.
terrible, Riley.
That
I have
is
to
great,
admit.
Riley. Now, are you going to work an open
Thank
mic
you.
soon? Are you going to work an open mic night soon?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Now, Riley, I hear your performance in the SpongeBob play was excellent. Is there another play? You disagree?
I don't know. I think it was okay.
Well, Greg said it was great.
I'm told it was great. I read a review from the Times, and they loved it.
Greg,
And they
didn't you
loved
give Riley 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. She was fantastic.
Best plankton ever is what I heard.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
Riley, when's the next play that Mason and I can go to?
The next play is probably going to be sometime. It's sometime when I'm going to middle school.
Okay.
Okay, we'll be ready.
We will be there.
Just let us know, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
and by the way, tell your teacher you have a request for your middle school show. You want to do Book of Mormon.
What's that?
Yeah, she'll know. Tell your teacher. The teacher will laugh. Okay.
Probably not the greatest ideas.
Thank
Greg,
you, Riley.
you've seen it, right?
Amazing.
Yeah, I'll let you decide when you want to explain Book of Mormon to your daughter.
Not for a few years.
Not for a few. That's not a middle
Thank
school
you,
level
Riley.
play. That was awesome, Riley.
That was really good.
You're welcome.
All right, have a great day.
It was weird because
Bye.
the joke like went in a big circle, and then you
It
finally
all
got to the
came
brick.
together. I did not think that was going anywhere, and it
That-
was actually kind of
That
cute.
is way more sophisticated than a Michael Thompson joke.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to do a little Lakers here because
Win, lose, Lakers for life, baby. Let's go.
so here is what Kendrick Perkins said. This was on the Get Up, right?
Yep.
He was asked, is it possible that LeBron James can lead the Lakers to a title? Listen to Kendrick Perkins' response.
This shouldn't be on LeBron James. Now, should LeBron James be the second option? Absolutely. But this Laker team is going to go as far as Anthony Davis could carry them. And by being honest, he should be able to hold and have the torch when it comes down to AD. So for me to put the expectations on LeBron James, who's about to be 39 years old, is unfair to him.
Ding, ding, ding.
You have been saying this for a couple of years.
Yeah, the Lakers go as far as Anthony Davis can
I
carry
agree
them.
with Perk and you. You've been saying this for a long time. It is AD is LeBron is always going to be LeBron.
Yeah.
And when the moments are big, LeBron's going to come up big. But AD has to be dominant AD in order for the Lakers to win a title.
He's got
That's
to be
it.
top 5 in the league, AD.
We know what the Lakers look like when AD gets hurt and has to go out. So he's got to take care of his body. He's got to be dominant. And by the way, Rob Pelinka has been saying how they're looking for a big guy.
Right.
I hope they find one. Maybe Jackson Hayes is that guy. They've already
Maybe.
signed him. But
Christian Wood, Bismack
yeah,
Biyombo,
anybody
those are kind of
who
the guys.
could. Okay, when the Lakers won the title in 2020, they had Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee playing the 5, so AD could play the 4.
Right.
I'd like to see him get somebody who could allow that to happen again. JaVale McGee is available. I don't
Is
know if
he?
he's
Yeah.
He's 2 years removed from when you won it, or 3 years
Where
removed.
was
now.
he in Denver last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Denver.
And I think Dwight Howard is probably
done.
Yeah, his expiration date has probably come and gone.
Yeah.
But if they could get another big guy that would allow him to do that, I would welcome that. But
because it cuts down on the wear and tear.
Yeah,
if he's
to
not playing
Perk's
the 5
point,
all the time.
100% right.
Yeah.
The Lakers will go as far as Anthony Davis will carry him. And AD's that good.
Yeah, he is. He is. Yeah, Bergman, it's nothing wrong with what Perkins is saying. He's like, you can't say LeBron carry us to a title. It's really got to be Anthony Davis. The whole idea all along was let's pass the baton from one guy to the next guy. Anthony Davis needs to seize that baton and start running it hard.
I would even take it a step further. It's not as much as it is about Anthony Davis. It's about both of them. You need both of them healthy, playing at their best.
True.
Without one, the other it doesn't work. You need both to be at their highest level.
The question that they asked Perk was, can LeBron lead the Lakers to an NBA title?
Not alone.
He needs AD.
Right.
Yeah.
And
then,
AD needs LeBron.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I think now...
Like, you can't... It's not going to be AD by himself.
No, but I think LeBron is... I don't want to say... Not sidekick. What would you say? It's got to be Batman and Robin.
Right.
And,
It's like when the Lakers had Shaq and Kobe. Sometimes Shaq was the dominant one. Sometimes Kobe was the dominant one. But you had to have them both.
Yeah.
Bergman's right in that regard. You got to have them both.
And the reality is that all the Gabe Davis in the world is not going to save you if one of those guys is
Gabe
hurt.
Davis.
Gabe Davis is a wide receiver for the Bills. Do you mean Gabe Vincent?
Gabe Vincent. Sorry about that. Gabe Davis.
Your wide receiver for the Bills. He was on my fantasy team last year.
He was. No, Gabe Vincent. Yeah, all of the, Jared Vanderbilt and all these guys. It's not going to matter if one of those guys is hurt. It's just not. And that's what we saw this year was both those guys able to stay healthy over the course of the playoffs.
For the most part, yeah.
Well, at least in the playoffs.
Yeah, LeBron was working on one foot.
Yeah, he was.
But he figured out a way to make it work.
Yeah. I think Kendrick Perkins is absolutely right. And by the way, as an analyst, I know he had that one thing I like Kendrick Perkins as an analyst.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, he's a hot take guy, but the takes tend to be right, except for one.
What's the one?
The one about Jokic. The Jokic take was a terrible take.
Yeah, that the only reason he won MVPs is because he was white.
That's a terrible take. That's a terrible take. But otherwise, I think he's on the money. By the way, Dodgers won last night. Did you watch any of the game?
I watched the whole game, and then I switched over to the Angels. It was kind of a fun baseball night.
Yeah. Did you see Shohei's home run?
I did, and I saw Chris Taylor's home run.
Yeah, Chris Taylor hit the grand slam.
And they play again tonight in Baltimore, and then a day game tomorrow. The Orioles were hot. They had won 8 games in a row. The Dodgers, if they can figure out their pitching, are right there again. I'm very interested. It's July 18th.
Yep.
So we have less than 2 weeks before the trade deadline.
Yep.
Dodgers are going to do something. Just a matter of what it is they do.
So here's the interesting thing about the Dodgers. Their bullpen has allowed one unearned run since the All-Star break. The bullpen has been absolutely fantastic. All of a sudden, Alex Vesia looks like himself. I like all these guys are like
right. They look good last night.
Suddenly finding it, and they've yet to give up an earned run since the All-Star break. So the bullpen has been money. Emmett Sheehan is fine. He's just a guy at this point. I mean, he has the potential to be good at some
Sheehan,
point.
Grove, Miller, all that they need out of those young guys are innings.
Yeah.
And, don't lose the game for us. And, put us out. Like they were losing 4-1 when I turned that game on.
Yeah.
And they scored 5 runs in the 6th
Yep.
when Taylor hit the grand slam. But Sheehan, I think, was out by the 6th inning.
He got the win.
Right. So
he gave up 4 earned runs. He got the win.
So I think that when they caught him and then passed him and then handed it over to the bullpen, that's, Greg, a month ago, that's when you worry. That bullpen was like pouring gas on a fire. Now it's not.
Yeah.
And so it allows those young guys, it allows Sheehan and Miller and Grove and all these dudes who weren't expected to be on the Major League roster. I'm sure what Dave Robertson and Mark Pryor are telling him is, give us 5 or 6 innings. That's all we want.
Yeah.
Just give us 5 or 6 innings. And those, at least so far, those young guys have been able to do that.
Yeah. Bobby Miller only went, I think, 4 2/3 the other night. And Sheehan
But that was
5.
weird. He loaded the bases, and Dave Roberts didn't want
him
to test Miller with the bases loaded. So he brought in like Gratterall or somebody, and he got him out of it.
Right, but when you have a bullpen that's actually pitching to what their abilities are, and they're pitching well, that it helps those guys and it helps their mindset that I don't have to be perfect on every single pitch and can get into these 5th innings. And also, when it's just about getting towards when Kershaw gets back or whoever they trade for, so that when it gets to that point, maybe you move him into a bullpen role.
Plus, Ryan Brazier got the save last night. Ryan Brazier's been really good. I wish they would just settle on the Evan Phillips in the 8th, Ryan Brazier in the 9th. Let's roll with that.
That would have been Evan Phillips' 3rd day in a row, and they weren't going to put Evan Phillips in for a 3rd day in a row.
Hey, do you guys want the Dodgers to trade for a shortstop? Or are you okay with Rojas?
Rojas is, I think,
defensively, he's great.
He was described last night as a wizard by Steven Nelson, I think.
No, it wasn't Steven Nelson.
Was it Joe last night?
was Joe on TV and Tim Neverett on the radio.
Okay.
Steven Nelson, I am told, his wife just had a baby.
Oh, okay.
So congrats to them.
Well, somebody described Miguel Rojas as a wizard
I think it was
last night
Joe.
on a double play. Was it
Yeah, I
Joe?
think it was Joe.
Yeah. So
He's great defensively.
Defensively, he's
All right,
great.
so- but
His
is
hitting's
he-
gotten better recently too. I mean,
The other Miguel they sent down, right?
Yep. Vargas
yes,
is
Miguel
down.
Vargas is down. He
Yeah.
was just not ready. And that's a big disappointment. I thought he was going to be ready.
But remember, Gavin Lux was supposed to be the starting shortstop, and he got hurt for the year, and now Rojas got thrown in there. And I was beating the Tim Anderson drum.
Yeah.
Go trade for Tim Anderson. But Rojas has been excellent defensively, and you can have one really bad bat in your lineup if the guy's playing great
defense, yeah.
And so maybe that's Rojas.
Yeah. I've not
Like
heard.
Outman's batting ninth today, and Outman has stopped hitting, but he's been good defensively.
He's spotty, but he's been good defensively. Yeah, I mean, there's the lineup isn't very long. It's not a long lineup. I mean, once you get past J.D. Martinez and Max Muncy, usually in the Muncy and then J.D. in the 4-5 hole.
David Peralta's been better.
David
Jason
Peralta's
Hayward's
been okay. Hayward's been okay.
Yeah, look, they're a good.
Michael says that you're wrong. It's one earned run.
Is it
that
one
they've given
earned
up.
run?
But that's not a big deal.
No,
it's one
not.
run.
One run. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought he said unearned. That was also Joe
Yeah,
Davis last night.
and I think Trace is eligible to come back in a couple of weeks.
Oh, good. They need a right-handed outfield bat. All right, coming up next, going to spin the wheel of questions. It is Ireland's wheel today. Don't forget, at some point, Ireland's going to lie. If you can figure out and call in at 3:30, you can win a $50 gift certificate to Terranea, and you can qualify to win a luxury oceanfront getaway to Terranea Resort. And we will announce the winner on Friday. It's cooler on the coast at Terranea, a luxury resort like no other. I am just going to say outright, I don't believe Ireland has lied yet. That's just my opinion. Mason and
Really?
Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's
Okay. I wonder if we get 4 different answers here.
Okay.
All right. It is universally accepted that the best quarterback in the NFC is Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Who's second best?
Well, it's easy for me. It's Jared Goff. Jared Goff had a spectacular season last year. Really, really good. Second in the conference in QBR and quarterback rating. I think it's definitely Jared Goff.
I think I would never trust Jared Goff. I've seen him in big moments. He can't play in big moments.
Except for last year.
Bergman, am I nuts to say it's Derek Carr?
Yes.
Yeah.
You would rather had Jared Goff
100%
than Derek Carr.
Give me Jared
Bergman,
Goff.
that choice, who are you taking?
God, I mean, Goff was good last year, but we've seen this from Goff before, where he was good, then he was terrible. And
Give me the guy that got his team to the Super Bowl.
I mean, it's not Stafford, right?
No,
Stafford is not necessarily
talent-wise, yes,
conversation.
but he's too unreliable. I don't know how many games he's going to play.
It's not Dak Prescott. I can't go there. I mean, it's either Derek Carr or Jared Goff. I think I got to go Jared Goff here.
Jorge?
What about the guy from the Bills? What's his name?
No, he's
No,
but you're
he's in the
NFC.
He's in the
See,
AFC.
there you go. I thought it was the
NFC.
football. Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
Do we even consider Daniel Jones?
I do not.
I don't either.
I would rank
All
them
right,
this
if
way. I would
Jalen
rank
Hurts
them-
is one. I don't know who two is, to be honest. It's okay. So
It
look
could
at
be
that.
Dak, I guess.
I don't trust Dak.
No, but do you
I
trust
tell
him
you what,
more
I'd
than Jared
take
Goff?
Dak before I take Jared Goff. Yeah, I would.
Do you trust him more than Derek Carr?
No,
What
Derek
about
Carr is consistent.
Geno Smith,
No,
Kirk Cousins.
maybe.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is not. I mean, he could be
You like
number
that?
3 in the conference.
Kyler Murray.
No, I don't even know if he's going to. They're getting off of Kyler Murray.
I mean, there's Stafford too, and then that's,
If Stafford's healthy,
It's pretty
he's-
stunning the lack of big name quarterbacks that are now in the NFC.
Brock Purdy.
He's not even going to be ready for the opener.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah. I've actually got this is
Sam
kinda-
Darnold might be the Niners starter. Jorge.
Oh, great.
Oh,
I
great.
want Trey Lance instead.
Oh, great. Actually, I've got a list here of. Let me see. I got a list of the best quarterbacks according to NFL executives, players, and coaches.
But does that include AFC quarterbacks?
Yes,
All right.
includes everybody.
Okay,
Hang
so
on,
I'm
hang on,
assuming-
I'm looking for my story here.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm assuming that on that list, Jalen Hurts is the highest ranked NFC quarterback. Who's second?
Jared Goff.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
Yeah.
I like Jared. He's a nice guy, but I don't trust him to do it. I mean, I've seen him play in a Super Bowl, and he just laid an egg.
So you love Pro Football Focus. This is the all 32 quarterbacks
Okay.
ranked.
Well, before you do that, I've actually got the list that ESPN
I was just going to do this
did.
second. Okay.
That ESPN did with players, coaches, and executives. So go ahead and take the top 10. Take a shot at the top 10.
Patrick Mahomes, 1.
Is number 1, yes.
Aaron Rodgers, 2.
Aaron Rodgers is number 4.
Josh Allen is probably up there.
Josh Allen's number 3.
Joe Burrow's probably
Joe
up there.
Burrow, 2.
Joe Burrow's 2.
Okay.
Herbert would probably be
Herbert
up there.
is 5.
Yeah, very good.
I wonder if somebody like
You're missing the obvious one. The one you've been talking about. Jalen Hurts is number 6.
Okay.
I'm sure like what do you think?
Are 7, 8, 9, 10, are any of them NFC?
1. 2. 2 of them are.
So is Dak in the top 10?
Dak is number 9.
If there's another one, is it?
It's got to be Derek Carr.
No, I don't think Derek Carr's up there. I
Derek
would think
Carr,
Kirk Cousins over-
honorable mention.
Cousins.
Cousins, honorable mention.
Who's the other NFC quarterback in the top 10?
Who did we miss there?
Think about it.
Stafford.
We've talked about him. It's Stafford. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got Stafford at number 10.
Is Lamar Jackson in there?
No, Lamar Jackson's number 7. So you're only missing one. And he's a guy that's an up-and-comer in the AFC.
Tua.
Tua's honorable mention.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence
Yeah.
is number 8.
Good
Yeah.
one.
Trevor Lawrence is the call. Yeah, and that's ESPN according to a list of 10 players, 11 different positions, coaches, executives, all that kind of
So
stuff.
it's interesting. Like Fox has the NFC package,
Right.
and CBS has the AFC
So
package.
CBS gets all the stars.
Yeah, and it's never been that way. You want if you're a network, you always want the NFC because of the market sizes. You have Dallas, you have New York, you have Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Well, now the AFC has New York and Los Angeles, just not as popular.
Correct.
But you have San Francisco. You have you just get better bigger cities that have more eyeballs.
Right.
But now all the star quarterbacks are in the AFC.
Right. And in the end,
Except for Jalen Hurts.
Except for Jalen Hurts. He's the one non-AFC superstar quarterback, I think. And as you pointed out, number 2 is really tough. By the way, Pepe tweets, not Pepe Mantilla, but another Pepe, tweets, did Mace trade Jorge? The show is so good. Why change?
Okay, Jorge, I've had 3 or 4 people ask me this. How would you explain why you're leaving?
There's other things I have in mind that I can do throughout the day.
Right. And so being on a show that is on earlier in the day gives you more options later in the day, right?
Yes. So I can go back to TV. I can do other projects. I can do other things. And I got other things in the works that I would let you guys know in the future.
Okay. But I did not trade you, just to be clear.
No, you did not pull what you pulled with Lindsay or Tyler. You did not ban him or Michael.
Totally the opposite. I begged for this to not change.
And also, you requested this. This was not anything
Exactly. I requested it. I did a Damian Lillard. I requested a trade.
And unlike the Blazers, Bergman traded you.
Yes, exactly.
Another thing, Jesse Hyman tweets, who's one of our regular tweeters, Comic-Con starts this week. Have you all ever been to one? And if we're going to go cosplay in full costume, to who would you go as?
Okay, so I have not been to one, but Lisa has 4 brothers.
Okay.
And they're not all her age.
Yep.
So what happened was her dad had her and her brother and then got remarried to a younger woman and had 3 boys. And one of the younger brothers wanted to go to Comic-Con and came out. I drove him, got him in.
Did they dress up?
He didn't dress up, but everybody else there did. I wouldn't know, like, enough about cosplay to dress up. Like, does it have to be somebody from a comic book?
Yeah, somebody from a comic book.
Can it be like, can I dress like Indiana Jones, Bergman?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
I would do
I'm
that.
sure that, just you've got a whip and you're old and you've got a fedora like Harrison Ford. That movie kind of didn't go anywhere. Didn't
I
do
didn't
as
see
well
it.
as
Did you
everybody
see
thought.
everything? Did you?
I saw it. I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was great. I saw.
It wasn't going to be good.
I saw Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning over the weekend.
Those are always good.
That was great.
Yeah.
I still don't believe Tom Cruise does his own stunts, and here's why. So there's one moment in this thing where he rides his motorcycle off the side of a mountain, like off a ramp and off the side of a mountain. Then, as he's falling, lets the motorcycle fall and then pulls a chute and kind of floats down onto a train. Don't believe that was him. There's no way an insurance company would allow him to do that. If something happens to Tom Cruise, there is no more movie.
Okay, so I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know who this person is.
Okay.
But there's apparently a young, up-and-coming blonde actress that's good in this Mission Impossible
Well, there's
movie.
Vanessa Kirby.
Not her. No,
Not
Vanessa
her.
Kirby was in The Crown.
Okay, yeah.
So it's the other one.
She's great.
So I saw this. I actually thought about sending it to you guys, but it was too long for us to play on the radio.
Okay.
But you guys know who Simon Pegg is? He's in the movie,
Oh,
too.
sure. He's great.
So Simon Pegg is behind the scenes on a junket. A junket, for people who don't know, is you go around and different entertainment reporters from around the world come and you get 10 minutes with the cast of the movie, and then they take the reporter out and bring another reporter in. So it's a full day of interviews about the movie.
Yes.
So this blonde girl agrees. Simon Pegg, who's in the movie with him, Simon Pegg says, "All right, do you accept the challenge that I'm going to talk into your earpiece?" She has an earpiece, molded earpiece in her ear. "And you will say whatever I tell you to say to the next entertainment reporter that walks in." She goes, "Challenge accepted."
Yeah.
So she sits down, and the girl, the new reporter goes, "Say hi. What's your name?" And the actress goes, "Hi. What's your name?" She says, "Harriet." He goes, "Your name is Harriet? Your first name is Harry, and your last name is Et?" And he won't let it go. And it keeps going.
Right.
And he goes, she goes, "Say, let's move on."
Yeah.
So they say, "Let's move on." And she said, Simon Pegg says in her ear, "No matter what the next question is, see how many times you can work in the word hashtag." And this girl works in hashtag like 25 times.
Hashtag Mission Impossible. Hashtag,
Yeah, hashtag Simon Pegg. We were working in Czechoslovakia. Hashtag Prague.
Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it kept dropping it.
That's
dropping
funny.
it.
That's funny.
And then the last thing that he made her do, they said, there's a dog in this movie.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah. And he goes, no, start crying. And the actress starts tearing up because I can't talk about it. And she goes, why? He goes, ask her if she's a millennial. And the actress goes, are you a millennial? And the girl goes, yeah. She goes, say, a millennial killed my dog. The girl goes, a millennial killed my dog. And she goes, oh my God, that's horrible. How? He goes, you beat him with a phone. And this girl keeps a straight face the whole time. He goes, we got to do that to each other.
Oh,
one
yeah.
time. Like if we're doing like if somebody's on your podcast,
right,
and I'm in his ear.
Well, Bergman, you could sit and say things in my ear that I have to repeat. Right?
Oh, that'd be so fun.
This was a bit that Ellen DeGeneres used to do.
Yeah.
Remember we played it the time she did with David Beckham?
Yeah. Oh,
David Beckham went to like a Starbucks or something.
Hello,
I'm
David Beckham.
And they kept, they kept doing.
Where's my latte?
Yeah, and she kept telling him to say like absolutely absurd, ridiculous things. So
is this the actress? Is it Pom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Her name is Pom Clementif.
Yeah.
It's a very unusual name,
Yeah,
but she's beautiful.
By the way,
good.
Really good in the movie.
Yeah.
By the way, CBSNews.com.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise has performed another daring stunt for the Mission Impossible
blah,
film
blah,
series.
blah.
He called this one the most dangerous thing he's ever attempted. Shot in Norway, the stunt required Cruise to ride a motorcycle off a cliff and base jump, something he said he's wanted to do since he was a kid.
Don't believe it.
He absolutely did
Don't believe
There's
it.
video of him doing it.
No, could be
Tom
very,
Cruise tweeted
could be
out.
very easily somebody else. They're
It's
showing
him.
him from the back of his head. They're
No,
not
it's-
showing his
no,
face.
there's
His
video
face is
on
not
Tom
showing, so
Cruise's
there's no
Twitter.
guarantee it's him.
Tom Cruise's Twitter has him doing it.
I
They're
understand.
showing it.
He has somebody doing it.
No.
He doesn't have him doing it.
I'm actually with Mason on this.
Yeah.
No, why
Can
would
you imagine
why would
the
he not
insurance
do it?
rider? If something happened to Tom Cruise, there's literally no more movie. It ends.
It's also he probably has it in his contract. I have to do my own stunts.
If Tom Cruise dies, there's no Mission Impossible, so you let somebody else drive off the side of the mountain. This is the end, Tom.
It is a final.
It is a final.
We hope it's not a final.
We hope not.
We hope not.
He's strapped in. It's not like he's flying by himself. Like he has.
I'm
a
with
rope.
you, Greg. I'm with you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jorge.
Yeah, sure. You guys stick
I'm
together.
watching the video.
You
right
and the
now.
guy that's leaving. Yeah, you guys take over.
It's all right there.
Yeah, the guy that's bailing on us.
He's talking through it.
All right. So, 2 o'clock call of the day. This is my question for today, John. Why? And yesterday there was a deadline. Josh Jacobs didn't get a new deal. Tony Pollard didn't get a new deal. Who else? Saquon Barkley didn't get a new deal. Austin Eckler earlier this year did not get a new deal. In fact, Austin Eckler did an interview where he is very, very upset about the situation for running backs, which he feels are underpaid. This is the question. Why do you think running backs are so underpaid in the league? I mean, so underpaid. Third wide receivers, as Austin Eckler pointed out, are making more money than running backs.
Yeah. I have a theory. You're not going to love it, but I have a theory.
Okay. And we'll open the phones for 2 o'clock call of the day. That's the question. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. I think Ireland hasn't lied yet, but if you think you know what it is, call in at 3:30 to win a luxury oceanfront getaway to Terranea Resort. You'll get a $50 gift certificate to qualify. Then the grand prize will be given away Friday. It's cooler on the coast at Terranea, a luxury resort like no other. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Did you know it can now take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job? That's almost 2.5 months. You don't have that kind of time. Well, if you're listening today, I've got some advice for you. Stop waiting and start using ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find qualified candidates for all your roles fast. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. My guy Ian Siegel, who invented ZipRecruiter, says it best. They don't leave anything to chance. They use powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. You can check out the people they send you. If you like them, you can contact them in one click. See why 3.8 million businesses have come to ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs. Just go to that exclusive web address to try it for free, ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Take my hand and hold on. Tell me everything.
Just stop with the Tom Cruise did his own stunts thing.
Are we doing a 2 o'clock call today?
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We talked about running backs and why they're so undervalued. Tom Cruise not doing his own stunts.
Yes,
Do you
yes.
believe he does his own stunts,
I
John?
do not.
Okay.
He
Bergman
has his own production company. He has his own insurance company that he goes through.
Right. This is
For
according
himself.
to
An inside source. is
an
the only way to
inside
put it.
source.
Yeah.
At Paramount,
He does
somebody
not-
inside
I
Paramount.
know. I can't say because they didn't
You
want it
can't
on
say.
the air. They didn't want it on the air.
Yeah, I think the average and
He
I'm
said
getting
he was there and he had pictures.
I'm getting tons of tweets, and believe me, there is a Tom Cruise lookalike. That's who's doing all this. There's a Tom Cruise action stunt lookalike, and that's who you're seeing jump off the side of the mountain.
It's Tom Cruise.
It's not Tom Cruise. All right, 2 o'clock call of the day. Let's see what we got here. Let's go to Jim in Playa Vista. Jim, you're on 710. Don't ask us how we're doing, man.
I will not ask you how you're doing. Hey, Jorge, you're going to be very much missed, Jorge.
Oh, thank
you're
you.
a big part of the show for me, and we're going to miss you.
Yeah,
Hey, in the
absolutely.
immortal words of Steve Mason, I've got 2 words for you. Todd Gurley. He fell off the cliff, and nobody wants to spend any money on running backs anymore. I mean, he was, from one year to the next, he was done.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And Todd Gurley went from all-pro to
Yeah, he kind of fell off
out of the
face
game.
of the earth.
Remember, he went to Atlanta, and it was all over. I think the idea with running backs is let's get out a year early. Let's get out a year before they fall off a cliff, because there is a cliff for running backs. It's hard to find running backs, and there are exceptions. Derrick Henry's a good exception, that continue to pound until they're in their 30s. But for the most part, you get to 28 years old, and it's kind of over if you're a running back, isn't
Well,
it?
here's my theory on what you asked about.
Yeah.
It's supply and demand.
Okay.
Running backs, for whatever reason, are incredibly replaceable.
Yes.
If you look at the last 5 or 6 Super Bowl winners, and you could probably take this back 20 years.
Yep.
They just don't have a bell cow running back. Last year, the Chiefs used Isaiah Pacheco. The year the Rams won it, they had Sony Michel, and I think was their leading rusher that year.
Sony Michel. They brought in midseason.
The year before that, the Chiefs, I think, had Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who was a rookie and now has been beat out by a 6th-round pick. It's just not – so everybody says, well, why isn't Saquon Barkley being paid? Why isn't Tony Pollard being paid? Why isn't Josh Jacobs being paid? Because they can just get somebody off the street to fill that role, and they're replaceable. Quarterbacks aren't. You can't teach speed.
Right.
Wide receivers aren't. And I think Austin Eckler is right to ask the question, why are we undervalued? Why are we underpaid? It's because you're replaceable.
Well, in the case, here's what I don't understand. I don't understand the Raiders side of this. So, Josh Jacobs, in his age 24 season last year, so his 4th year in the league, led the league in rushing, had 16 touchdowns, was a AP Pro Bowler, and had touched the ball more than any player in the league in terms of carries. Now, at age 24, I understand what the Raiders are doing. They're basically saying, look, we can franchise you and see if you can repeat that. And then we can franchise you again and see if you repeat it. And by then, you may have fallen off the cliff and we don't need you anymore. Isn't that fair to say that may be what the Raiders' strategy is?
Yeah. And I think it's the Cowboys' strategy, and I think it's the Titans' strategy, and I think that it's the New York Giants' strategy, even though Saquon was 40% of their offense last year. They just think it's a replaceable part. You don't need to pay a running back all that money because you can get somebody else to do what he does. You can't say that about quarterback. You can't say it about wide receiver. You probably can't say it about pass rushers.
Right.
So it's become a position that is not hard to fill.
Yeah.
So if I was a kid and I was the best athlete, I'd either become a quarterback or a wide receiver or a linebacker, because running back, there's no money in it.
No, there's not. What is the franchise tag now? Do you know, Bergman, what's the
not off the
franchise
top of
tag
my
number?
head, but-
Yeah, I thought you'd know that off the top of your head, being a producer and all.
Well, here's something interesting. Mace, you went to a bunch of USC games last year.
I went to all but one.
I think
All right,
it depends on
Mason, who was USC's leading rusher last year? Don't look it up. Rushed for almost 1,000 yards.
Don't know.
I know. I mean, it's
Isn't
a guy.
the
it's a
guy
guy named
that-
Travis Dye.
yeah,
He
Travis
transferred
Dye
from
that transferred
Oregon.
Oh,
Oregon,
right, the
yeah.
guy that transferred from
But
Oregon.
I mean,
yeah.
you said you went to every
Yeah,
game but
yeah.
one. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
I'm
you could
pretty
tell me
s-
the quarterback.
Yeah, I know that guy.
You tell me Jordan Addison.
I
who
know
caught a
that-
bunch
I
of
know
those
Jordan
passes.
Addison, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the way it is. Bergman, could you tell me UCLA's leading rusher last year?
Yeah, Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah, and he was good.
He was great.
Yeah, but it's a weird thing.
But I mean, so I think the franchise tag goes off to the highest paid player at the time. So I think
Top
it's around,
5
it's,
average.
Yeah, top 5 average. So it's around $10 million, which is still a really good living.
Right, but it's
still.
the long-term deal those guys are all looking for.
Right.
The
And so
bag.
they're all getting
and
$10 million.
Yeah, and now none of them are getting it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, what do you do? How do you even fix this? Because obviously you can't.
The
if you're-
market will fix it, man.
I mean, you're not going to be a running back. Is it, so, like, what is Deebo Samuel? Is that we're going to see more of that? Deebo Samuel does both. He plays running back and wide
But
receiver.
he wants, he insists on being called a wide receiver
Yeah.
for obvious
Right, well,
reasons.
yeah, because but he's doing both. So,
Right.
like, are we going to start seeing more of those types of players that are wide receivers / running backs? Because a lot of times
Maybe,
you do it out
although
of the backfield. But
he's got his
like Marshall Faulk was out of the back. He had 1,000-yard receiving
right,
yards.
but as Liam Neeson would say, a very particular set of skills. Right? I mean, Deebo Samuel can do all the stuff.
he does all right. So you're going to start looking for more guys that do.
But
that
I
type
don't
of thing
think
to
I
get-
think it's very rare to find a guy that does all the stuff. A running back, wide receiver is tough to find.
Sure. I mean, I think guys are going to want to
maybe
play
that sort of
position
hybrid
type
is
of
going to
thing.
be a thing that starts now.
Maybe.
All right, I want to
Although
get
you only get paid for the wide receiver portion of it, so why put your body at risk?
true. That's absolutely true. All right, so the Rams. This story came out today, which I find really interesting. The Rams apparently went to Matthew Stafford after this last season and asked him to restructure his deal to give the team more flexibility. Now, he's owed $120 million over the next 2 years, so they wanted a little more flexibility. The Rams were not – we hear that the Rams weren't shopping Stafford. They were hoping someone would call. The Jets are the team that was believed to be most likely to make a play for Stafford if they hadn't traded for Aaron Rodgers. The Rams had another strategy for softening the blow of the $57 million mid-March guarantee. Colin Cowherd says his weekday show on FS blah, 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 the Rams tried to get Stafford to renegotiate his contract, and Stafford declined.
Okay.
Now, for me, that's a really, really bad look. You know, if a lot of these guys
Completely disagree.
A lot of these guys have restructured their deals in order to help the Rams get better players around them. Same amount of money, just restructured.
No, wait a minute. How do you get the same amount of money?
You stretch it over another year. You increase the term in order to make up for the cap.
So
hit.
I've got $100 million you owe me.
Yeah.
And I'm due to get paid $33 million this year.
Right.
You want to pay me $20 million and spread it out over 5 years.
Yeah.
No, it's my money.
I mean, it is your money, but you do want great players around you.
Nah.
Look what Tom Brady did. All those years, Tom Brady took less.
Oh, he's
And
married to a
that's-
supermodel.
Right, but
That
I mean,
helped.
he took less, and that's one of the reasons, one of the secrets of the Patriots' success.
Right, but the Rams have gotten rid of everybody.
Right.
I mean,
Oh, no.
why if you're Les Snead and I give you $13 million of my dollars, why do I believe you're not just going to run off Bobby Wagner and run off Jalen Ramsey and run off everybody
Well,
else?
those guys are already gone. The idea is to soften the blow to the salary cap, so you got more flexibility next year.
If ESPN came to you and said, I need you to spread more money out over the next few years instead of paying you your full salary this year, you would consider
Not a fair
it?
comparison.
Why?
Here's the comparison. We can keep John Ireland if you spread your contract over more years. And I would say, yes, that would be the equivalent of Matthew Stafford saying, I'll restructure my deal so you can get me somebody else
Okay,
to
but
play
you've
with
changed.
for my team.
Well, wait a minute. You've changed the equation. Now, if you want to tell me who they're getting, if you come to me and say, "Hey, we can get Josh Jacobs if you restructure your deal," now I'm listening. If you come to me and say, "Hey, restructure your deal to give us more flexibility," which was your original question,
Right, sure.
then I'm trusting you to go out and get the right guys. No, I want to know what you're doing with the money. I mean,
But at this
you're
point,
you're owned by Stan Kroenke, the richest guy in the
yeah,
world.
but
you don't need money.
No, that's not the point. It's a salary cap. It
I
doesn't
know.
matter how rich you are. There's a hard cap in the
I know.
NFL.
And if you're going to get rid of all my good teammates, which is what you've done this past offseason, you got rid of Jalen Ramsey, you got rid of Bobby Wagner, you got rid of everybody. Then I want to know what you're doing with the money. You don't think the Rams are competing for a Super Bowl this year, do you?
I think they are competing for the playoffs. I think they can win 7 to 9 games.
I agree with you, but that's probably not going to win a Super Bowl.
Well,
so if I give you some money back, who are you bringing in?
Because you got $60 million under the cap next. The whole idea is this is a reset year. By the way, Aaron Donald restructured his contract. Cooper Kupp restructured his contract.
I'm willing
I don't
to
know
listen
why Matthew Stafford wouldn't do it.
I'm willing to listen if you tell me who you're getting. If you don't want to tell me, then no.
Well, you're angling for cap space for next
Right.
year, so we can put great players around you.
Who?
Well, we don't know. We don't know what the free agent market's
I'll
going to be.
keep my money.
Well, I like Aaron Donald better. I like Cooper Kupp better. I don't like Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford's at the end of
deal.
his career too. He's under no obligation to do that.
No, he's absolutely not. But Cooper Kupp did it, and Aaron Donald did it. I don't know why the third pillar of the franchise didn't do it.
Part of it too is, well, how do you want me to restructure it too? If we don't
know the terms.
Yeah, right.
We don't know exactly what they proposed. I think though that if you look at the way the Rams are structured, and this is going to be interesting. I originally thought the Rams were in tank mode. Travis Rodgers, I think, feels like they're going to come out of the box really slow and never get out of the hole.
They have a tough schedule at the beginning.
They do. They're front loaded. Their tough games are front loaded. But I don't think that they will flush a season away. I don't think this is a 5-win team. We were 5 or 6 last year. 5, right?
Right.
5-12.
5-12.
Yeah, I think they're going to win 7 and 9, and I don't think 9 is impossible.
Yeah, I don't either. But we'll know. I mean, if they start 1 and 6,
we're definitely going to know. I mean, a lot of like Colin Cowherd. I was listening to the Colin Cowherd show, which is I listened to on their app. I never listened to it on terrestrial radio. ever.
Well, you could just say you watch it on FS1.
Oh, I watch it on FS1. And he's picking the Rams to make the playoffs.
I don't know.
Yeah, Colin
I think they're right on the bubble. By the way, somebody told me today, I was hanging out with somebody that worked at Amazon.
Yep.
It works on the football package.
Right.
Do you guys know what there's a Black Friday game this year?
Yes.
You guys know what it is?
No.
It's going to do just a monster number.
Okay.
Dolphins at Jets.
Oh, that's great.
On Black Friday.
Tua and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it should be great.
All right, coming up next for you. Yesterday, we obviously were wrapped up in softball yesterday in the All-Star Friday night, but it was also World Emoji Day. I got a question. How many emojis is too many emojis? We'll do that coming up next. Mason in Ireland. I was just going to say John's in for John.
Good to know.
John is in for John. 710 ESPN.
When you think of cutting-edge technology, beautiful design, and the world's best TVs, Sony jumps to the top of the list. Only the top Sony partners in the world get the prestigious distinction of being a Sony Diamond dealer. And for the 10th year in a row, this distinction has been bestowed upon Isaac and Roy and Mir Audio Video in Westwood. That means that Mir Audio Video get the latest and greatest from Sony. The best of the best before anyone else. Look, it's no accident that Mir has been super serving Southern California for more than 40 years. Mir consistently delivers cutting-edge expertise and incredible customer service year after year after year. So give them a call and see what they can do for you. And check out the new Sonys. They are incredible. Give them a ring. They'll hook you up for sure. Call 310-234-4010. That's 310-234-4010. Or check them out at miraudiovideo.com.
The fun. you get your podcast.
That's when I stop.
Debate is raging
Tripping.
about whether or not Tom Cruise does his own stunts. People are like suckers for this Tom Cruise look-alike jumping off the side of a mountain.
I think you're a sucker for not believing it.
By the way, somebody tweeted, I don't know if Tom Cruise does his own stunts, but I know Mason does.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, I am doing my own stunts.
You have the blood to show for it.
So I get a fair number of emojis in my I used to call them emoticons. Now I call them emojis. In my texts in my social media.
Yeah.
Now, John, you are, if I'm not mistaken, you're not a big emoji user.
Oh,
right?
I've been converted. I put emojis in
most texts.
Yeah.
Like, what emojis do you most often use?
Let's see. I'll look at my last 10 texts.
Yep.
Right. Michael. Oh, yeah, I use Michael's. I use the thumbs up emoji is the one I use the most.
Yeah. The thumbs up emoji for some
I use
reason.
the fire emoji.
I use the fire
fairly
emoji
frequently.
For sure. I use the crying, laughing face sideways.
The sideways ones I like better than the front
straight
facing
up
one.
with the.
It also means two different things.
What is it? How do they mean something?
If it's just a straightforward one, it's just ha ha. If you're falling onto the side, then it's a ha ha ha.
Oh, so it's
three ha's versus
it's a triple
two
ha
ha's
versus a double ha.
You actually have to type in. If you type in ha ha, the front one.
No,
facing
really,
one,
does it?
If you put ha ha ha, the sideways one comes up.
No, does that
100%.
really work?
That's how I do it. That's how I decide which one of those two I use.
Interesting. What other ones do you use, Bergman?
All right, I just put the top 1,
exploding
2,
head.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll give you one more.
Okay.
These are the 10 most used emojis
for John Ireland.
For me. Okay. All right. I just sent them to you.
Okay.
It's a thumbs up.
Yep.
It's a smiley face with sunglasses on. It is a thank you emoji. It's a heart. I normally send that one to my mom or to Lisa.
Yeah.
It is a cocktail.
Oh, nice.
It is a green with a pin in it.
Yep.
Fire, 4-leaf clover, and then when my son's making too much noise, I don't want him to go to sleep. I send him a Z. Z. Yeah. Go to sleep.
Yeah, I don't know. I use really laughing face sideways. I use 100 sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Keep it real.
I use the fire emoji a lot. And I think that's it. I don't use thumbs up anymore. Sometimes I use shrug hands.
See, the thumbs up, you can use it on an actual text. So, like, when you hold down the text and you put the thumbs up.
Yeah.
So I don't use the thumbs up anymore either because of that.
Okay.
So it goes up on that. But I use a bunch, like the crying. I do the sad one sometimes.
Yep.
The wink emoji gets used a lot.
Yeah, that's a good
The
one.
rolling of eyes is a good one. The
Right.
hand in the face one's pretty good.
Yeah.
The thank you hands.
Oh, yeah, the hand in the face and the thank you hands are both really good.
Yeah, and the eek. The
Yeah.
eek one I like a lot, too.
Here's what I think. I think the older you get, the less emojis you use. Is that a good theory?
No.
Really?
No.
I think that's a good theory.
I think I use more emojis now than I did 10 years ago.
How many emojis does your mom use?
Just the heart.
Yeah, see, my mom and not stepdad Leo use 0 emojis. Now, that is a very small sample
Somehow
size.
my mom
Myrna,
also,
my mom, and Leo.
My mom also figured out how to do like a caricature of her that she'll send me every once in a while.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
That she'll throw out there. But yeah, as I'm looking, the only one out of the last 30 texts that she's done has been. And the other thing is my mom doesn't know how to send links.
Oh, okay.
So she'll send me pictures. She does this all the time. She'll send me pictures of articles.
Pictures of articles from the paper. That is awesome.
Yeah, which is, and I can't explain to her
of old schools.
That she can do this
She
stuff.
still gets a paper.
Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable. Jorge just sent me 40 emojis.
Yeah, I know.
Those are my
Bergman just
recent
sent me a
ones. Those are
bunch.
my recent ones.
Yeah.
I like the shrug emoticon.
The shrug emoticon.
Emoticon is a different one. Yeah, the one where
Why
it's
is that different?
Because look, it's just lines that make it into an emoji-looking
I see what
thing.
you're saying. That's an emoticon.
That's an emoticon.
Got it.
Yeah, I
Got
like
it.
that one a lot.
Okay, John, I'm going to do a complete pivot on you here.
Okay.
This is really good. I found it this morning. It was on the Jalen Rose podcast.
Okay.
It is, Jalen Rose says he was in the room when Kobe found out that Dwight Howard was going to come to the Lakers.
Okay.
Okay. And he says that Kobe was immediately not happy with it. So he's got his side of the conversation. And he says, this is what Jalen Rose says when he heard Kobe talking to Dwight Howard for the first time. The day Kobe, heard Dwight Howard was going to get traded to them, the Lakers, Kobe would take the call, and I might have heard some of what he was saying. Kobe got off the phone and said, "This blank ain't going to work." That's exactly what he said. This is before he even laced up with him one time. He said, "His head ain't right. MFer, I'm here to help get a championship." So he was unhappy before they traded for Dwight Howard. And clearly it didn't work.
Didn't work the first time.
Yeah, but I mean, with Dwight Howard as a focus of the franchise, Kobe thought right away, nah, it's not going to work.
That you're talking about 2012 with Nash and
Correct.
Kobe.
When
and
they put that band together.
It didn't work, which is why I was glad when Dwight came back in 2020 that he kind of rewrote the ending to that story. Because I think that his tenure as a Laker would have been gone down as a complete failure had he not come back and won a ring in 2020. But I think now that book has a different ending. I think that every once in a while you get an opportunity to kind of redo what you screwed up.
Right.
And that I always think about that when I think about Dwight. That, he was a first-team All-NBA player in Orlando.
Yep.
He's going to the Hall of Fame. I mean, he was 10-time All-Defense.
Oh, he's absolutely going to the Hall of Fame.
And then, remember, he bounced around to like 5 or 6 different teams. He went to the Lakers. He went to Houston. He went to Charlotte. He went to Atlanta.
Part of it was D'Antoni.
But
that
all
was
these
a wrong time for Mike D'Antoni because he literally came in. They had Pau Gasol and they had Dwight Howard, and he literally came in his opening press conference and said the post play is the least effective play in basketball. He's got 2 big guys, and he's saying the stuff you do is not valued.
Little known fact about Dwight Howard.
Yep.
At one point owned 20 snakes.
Yeah, I know.
Big fan of snakes.
Weird. I don't get the snake thing at all.
You wouldn't pull over on the side of a freeway to save a snake?
No, not to save a snake. I would not dial 911 like no, don't dial 911 if you see a possum on the freeway. That's what
No.
I don't know. How do you even call the highway patrol? Did Funch dial 911
He said he did.
for a possum?
Yes, a baby possum.
Is that a 911 abuse?
Yeah, I think that is. It's
Don't get that robber. I got a possum.
It's a rodent. It is a pest.
It will also scratch your eyes out,
I
and
try
they're
to
very
get
mean.
them out of my yard as much as possible. So I don't understand saving them. I got some breaking news right now. This is just in. Kind of. Phillip Rivers and his wife had announced that they are having their 10th child this year. 10 kids. Now, congratulations to the Rivers family. But at what point do you say, I think we've got enough? I think we got the kid thing covered?
10 is too many.
10 is way too many.
Michael comes from a family either 6 or 7. I think it's 6.
And you're a family of 2, right?
Right. You're 3.
I'm 3. Bergman, how many were you?
How
many brothers do you have? Sisters? One.
You're
And
2.
you're
Jorge,
2.
I'm 2.
You're 3.
Jorge's 3.
What do you have? Older brothers, older sisters? Younger?
I'm the oldest one. I got
And-
2 younger brothers.
Okay, so
Yeah.
all boys.
So my first thought is always, because in Catholicism, we were always recorded to asked to go forth and multiply.
Yes.
I think that's actually in the Bible.
Okay.
I think Mormons also. So I immediately thought, okay, is Phil Rivers a Mormon? Is he a Catholic? And he's neither.
He just likes kids.
Just likes kids. 10.
I remember one time we had him on the show. I don't think you were here.
Mm-hmm.
And he was.
I would have no recollection of it anyway.
That's true. But he was quarterback of the Chargers, and the Chargers won't put any people on when you're here.
Right.
I
love the Chargers people.
So we had Philip.
Josh.
We had Phillip Rivers on, and I said, "What is the first thing?" And at this point, I think he only had 8 kids. Now he's up to 10. I said, "What is the first thing you run out of?"
Okay.
And I was surprised by the answer. I thought he
Okay.
was going to say something like toilet paper,
Yeah, right. Paper towels.
He said, fruit roll-ups. Can't buy enough of them.
Yeah, kids
He said,
love the fruit
kids
roll-ups.
love fruit roll-ups. He said, every time, he goes, I'll go to like Costco and buy a giant box of them. And he goes, they'll be gone in a week.
Wow.
Because they just go to town on them.
Is Riley big on the fruit roll-ups?
Not the fruit roll. I mean, well, yeah, the fruit by a foot. She likes a lot.
Maite, is she on the fruit roll-ups?
No.
What's her snack?
No, she just likes fruit, strawberries, apples.
Fruit is really good right now. Watermelon's killer right now. It's really, really good. All right.
By the way, real fast, I have a Michael Funchess update. He says he did not call 911.
Okay.
Who did he call?
He called the CHP line he looked up for non-emergencies.
Okay, so a non-emergency.
So while he was
CHP.
driving, he looked up a phone number
Uh-oh.
for non-emergencies.
Yeah.
Non-emergency.
That's bad driving etiquette.
Almost created one.
He had to go on the internet while driving to find the
that's not
CHP
good.
line.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Funch.
Not
I don't know,
is
man.
not good.
Funch.
That's a rough one.
All for a friggin' possum.
A baby possum.
Who cares? Baby, grown-up possum? I don't care.
They're all evil.
All right, coming up next for you is the NBA midseason tournament going to be a hit?
I don't know.
Maybe not unless Adam Silver raises the stakes a little bit. Let's do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Ireland on 710 ESPN, the OGs of LA Sports Radio. We're here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwich between Travis and Sliwa and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
Ireland, you know who this is. You did this to me on Yacht Rock days.
All right, let me give it a listen.
Okay.
That is Linda Ronstadt.
Here's the sad thing. Totally blanked on who this is. who is this?
This is The Weeknd and Ariana Grande.
Oh, I was going to say The Weeknd.
Yeah,
I just didn't realize Ariana Grande.
yeah.
It's City of Blinding Lights or something like that. Blinding Lights. By the way, Ireland's going to lie
So
today.
newly available Ariana Grande Bergman.
I know.
And Sofia Vergara.
And the new Sofia Vergara.
Are we allowed to say what you texted us yesterday?
I told her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing something else. Oh, I had to go to the DMV yesterday, and that did not go well, by the way. But so I get this text.
Nobody ever walks away from the DMV and says, hey, that went great.
So I get this text from Jorge, and all it says is, I'm divorcing Brenda. But with no context.
Yes.
And I'm like, damn. They were kind of good together.
I
thought that was good.
Kind of good together.
And
then the story came in.
And then right after that, Sofia Vergara getting divorced. I go, oh, it all makes sense.
Joe Manganiello, something like that.
Yeah, he was in one of the Magic Mike movies.
Yeah, he's been on the podcast before. All right, so don't forget, Ireland's going to lie today sometime between now and 3:30.
Or
he already has. You get a $50 gift certificate to Terranea plus a luxury oceanfront getaway to Terranea, which includes all kinds of stuff. We'll do the grand prize drawing on Friday. It's cooler on the coast of Terranea, a luxury resort like no other. Ireland, there's a word I want to bring back that I don't hear enough of.
Okay.
Everybody likes to say remarkable now, right? Remarkable. A lot of people like to say that.
Okay.
I think we should bring back the word astonishing. Astonishing. What do you think? Can we use astonishing more often?
Well, I could work it into a Laker game. That would jumpstart you.
Yeah. I mean, what Shohei Otani does is astonishing, right, Bergman?
Yeah. I mean, I think we use all big words like that because you want to express a bigger sense.
This is like the biggest. This is on the level of words that
astonishing is the biggest.
Astonishing. It's
I don't
like
think
I've never seen anything like that. Astonishing.
Amazing,
Is the top word.
He hit his 35th homer last night. So he's on pace to hit 60 home runs.
Yeah.
And he has the lowest ERA in the American League, right? I mean, what he's doing is ridiculous. And the other thing is,
it's astonishing.
You've seen him play in person, right?
Yes. Oh no, I haven't.
Okay, so the first thing I noticed about him is when I went and saw him is that he is super fast.
Yeah.
Like he might be the fastest player on the team. I was trying to figure out, does he have a weakness?
Oh, no.
Okay, he doesn't. He hits for average.
Yeah.
Hits for power.
I guess
he throws 100 miles an hour.
I guess you can say he doesn't play a position.
He's fast, but he pitches. That's a position.
Correct. Yeah, no, there's no weak. I mean, it's astonishing. It's just astonishing. The other one I want to bring back is, and this is from John Wick. This goes after everything, okay? This phrase goes after everything. Such is life. This is from John Wick, such is life. So, for example, let's say Eric Karras is right, and Shohei's traded to the Giants this week. You say he got traded to the Giants. Such is life. Such is life. Do you like that one? Evan Phillips blows a save. Such is life. Jorge's leaving the show. Such is life. Such is life. Do you think we can adopt that?
Nah, I
Such
like
is
that
life.
one.
I like that one.
You know what I like better than that? Like Jorge's leaving the show, and you're telling a story, and you realize that you have to move past whatever it is you're talking. Like when Jorge leaves the show, we got to keep going.
Yeah, we do.
So Jorge left the show. Yada yada yada. Here we are.
Oh, yada yada
That's
yada.
where
Yada yada yada.
Yada yada.
I want to bring back yada yada yada.
Okay, I will totally go with that as long as sometimes we use such is life. Such is life and yada yada yada.
Do you remember what Elaine used yada 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 for?
No.
She yada yada'd sex.
You can't yada yada sex.
She goes, I've yada yada'd sex.
Oh, got it.
He goes, no, you haven't. Use it in a sense. She goes, I went out, went to dinner, went to the movies,
Yada,
yada yada
yada,
yada.
yada.
I got home the next day. I was hungover.
There you go. I like that. That's a very useful term. All right, so thank you. Did somebody anticipate that was coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yada yada yada.
Yada yada yada. Okay, so John, there's a midseason NBA tournament this year. Some people are excited about it. The grand prize, if your team wins, is $500,000 apiece, and I guess you get to hang some sort of banner in your building. And we won the tournament. Do you think that's enough to get the best of NBA players?
Maybe.
Okay,
but I have my doubts. I'm anxious to see what this tournament looks like.
Right.
I think it's something new. It's different. Let's see what if it does what it did for soccer, and that is gets everybody into it. And if your team's in a slump or having a bad season, and
you can still win something.
Yeah, they get hot in the tournament. But I think it's got to mean more. And the answer to your question, Mace, is going to be: will the coaches respect the tournament? In other words,
will they play everybody?
If the Lakers make it to the final
Yep.
in Vegas, are LeBron and AD playing? I mean, It's an extra game. They don't need.
Although haven't they cut the schedule in order to accommodate, or there's still 82 games?
No, but the 2 games in Vegas are additional games.
Okay.
So, but all the other games, my understanding is.
So there's only 2 extra games at most.
Yeah, and is $500,000 going to make a difference to a guy that makes $50 million?
No. Bench guy, thrilling.
Right. So let's see if the coach is respected. I'm actually anxious to see it. I think it could be good.
One of the things you quoted somebody, I think from Barstool, is that where you sent me?
I don't know. Whatever.
Like that.
I'd have to look.
And they suggested, and I've been talking about this for a while. I really think
it was some Deadspin.
Deadspin. If you want to amp this thing up, win a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Win, and you're the 8.
Whoever wins the tournament gets automatically put into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And what you could say is you're at least the 8. And if you earn a higher spot than that, you get to take the higher spot.
Yes.
But yeah, then it means I think teams should take it more seriously.
But I mean, if a low end team, like if LaMelo Ball comes back and is really good, or Houston, these guys pay off, or Oklahoma State, I could see any of those teams getting heated up to win the tournament.
There isn't a team in the NBA who hasn't load managed in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Every team has done it. Matter of fact, Golden State last year had 2 games in New Orleans, and they were both on second nights of back-to-backs. They didn't play Clay, Steph, Draymond, or Wiggins in either game.
Yeah.
So if those guys have had a lot of games in a row, or they're tired, or they don't want to go to Vegas, our team's gonna go for this.
Right.
That's the question.
Well, here's an interesting. We were talking about this while you were gone. So the inventor of load management, Greg Popovich, has now got Victor Wembanyama. How many games do you think Wemby is actually going to play this year? Probably 50.
I hope a little more than that, because so many people are going to buy tickets to go see him.
I know. But
it would seem to me that 65 is reasonable.
65
out of 82.
Right. And healthy rests are okay. DNP rest is fine.
Whether they're okay or not, he's going to do them.
He's going to do them, yeah, exactly. All right, coming up next for you, going to do some What's Up, Fool. Bergman's got a bunch of stuff for us. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about my buddy Jacob Ramrani. Okay, have you seen Jacob's upside-down TV spot? It always grabs me. You're looking at TV, and all of a sudden, there he is upside down. If you haven't seen it, you can go see it at calljacob.com. The idea is if you're injured in an accident, your world may feel like it's turned upside down, but one call to Jacob, and your world is right side up again. This is really important advice. It's imperative to make sure you have Jacob in your contacts. Here's the number. It's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. You may not remember the phone number if you're involved in an accident, but you heard me talk about Jacob long enough. You'll remember Jacob's name. If you have the number in your phone, call Jacob. He will turn your world right side up again. A lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob. He'll win for you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Calljacob.com, and here's that number again, 844-24-JACOB. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
at 1 p.m.
And yes, it's around 2:45 in the Southland. You know what we do each weekday at 2:45. What's up, fool? And we've been very excited that What's Up, Fool is made possible by our friends at Dos Hombres. In fact, we've got a special guest voice. Take it away, guest voice.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Look at that. How do I follow that? I don't. So I simply say, take it away, Corporate Greg.
Thanks, Morales. All right, so Shams Charania reported this morning that Portland has told Miami to make its best offer. Let's assume that Portland doesn't like the best offer. Is that it? Don't give Dame what he wants? That's it? He's done? He's going to stay at Portland forever?
Good question. You got to make a good deal. It's a little bit like Shohei Otani. You get one chance to make this deal. You get one chance to deal a superstar who is pretty much in his prime right now, maybe mid-prime. If I'm Portland, I'm driving a really hard bargain right now.
And if Miami doesn't give you anything that you want, you just say go pound sand?
Yeah. What else can you do with a superstar? This is your one chance. This is Shohei.
Despite the fact that he's been so loyal to you and went through all these different processes. I understand, but John?
I think if I'm Portland, I trade him wherever I want.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like I don't know Dame anything. I've paid him millions over the years. I'm the only thing I'm interested in from the Blazers is what's the best return I can get for him.
Yep.
So that's what I would do.
So,
I wouldn't feel obligated to trade him to Miami.
So let's say the Knicks give him the best offer, just a random team, right?
Yep.
So the Knicks give him the best offer, and he says, I don't want to play here.
Okay.
Why are the Knicks going to do it?
Well, they might not. But at the same time, the question you asked was, what should the Blazers do, right?
Well, yeah, no. So
what should the Blazers should get as much as they possibly can for him. It is
he has a no trade
once
clause,
in a generation
right?
to be able to
No,
trade a
he
star.
does not have a no trade clause. They can trade him anywhere they want.
There's only one no trade clause in the entire league, right?
I mean, the Lakers just got a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they do, but I don't. I think in the end, Portland's got to do what's right for Portland
I agree.
and the organization moving forward. And yes, he may balk at some of these moves, but if you come up with a package from New York that includes, I don't know, they wouldn't trade Jalen Brunson, but for Dame, would they include Jalen Brunson in a deal for Dame? No.
They just put Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo
Yeah, that's true.
all
They
around
put the whole Villanova
trying to put it all back
together.
together.
Yeah,
But,
I think Portland's got to drive a hard bargain.
To end the question, then, does he end up in Miami?
Not right away. Not right away. I think not when the season opens. I do not think he'll be in Miami. Do you, Mace?
No.
On opening night, I think eventually he could get there. Same thing with James Harden to the Clippers, by the way. I think both those things could happen. I don't anticipate they'll be done by opening night.
Okay.
What's up, fool?
All right, so I'm going to read a quote, and then you tell me who you think said it, and then tell me what the hell he's doing.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. Where'd the quote go? Oh, got it. Nope, that's not it. There it is. It says, he described Michael Jordan as a horrible player. I've seen Michael Jordan play before I came to the Bulls. You guys have seen him play. He was horrible to play with. It was all one-on-one, shooting bad shots. All of a sudden, we become a team and we start winning. Everybody forgot who he was. He was a player who was really not at the top of his category. It was scoring.
Uh-huh.
So what's your question?
Who do you think said it, and what the hell is he doing?
I think it sounds like Scottie Pippen.
It sounds like Scottie Pippen. That would always be my first guess on something like this.
Yep, Scottie Pippen.
Terrible player.
Horrible.
He literally called Jordan a terrible player.
Talking to Stacey King.
God.
Right, but he's also
bitter.
His ex-wife is now dating Jordan's son.
So but that doesn't have to do anything with Jordan.
Yeah, but that's not helping anything.
Yeah, so that's part of this mess.
Apparently, Jordan doesn't even like it.
Yeah.
But what is he like? Why are these stories still coming out? Why are people putting him on to talk about Jordan so that we do this?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe
100%. Can you get Scottie Pippen on our show? Let's get him on here and say Michael Jordan's terrible.
Well, apparently he'll say it to anyone.
Who else is he going to trash? I mean, who's he going to trash next?
He would absolutely come on just to say he's horrible.
Is it worth having Scottie Pippen on?
Probably not. He wouldn't say anything we're not expecting.
Yeah, that's true. We know he's going to bag on Jordan.
Word association. Yeah. Jordan, horrible.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people reach that conclusion.
Right.
What's up, food?
All right, what's up, food? So fast food giant McDonald's announced last month that they are offering a $200 wedding package for those who wish to have the Golden Arches cater their big day in Indonesia. So the 200 package includes 100 chicken nuggets, 100 orders of chicken nuggets, and 100 chicken sandwiches.
Nice.
How much does the food matter at a wedding? And do you remember what you served at your wedding, John?
Yeah, I do remember what we served. We had steak or fish. I almost forgot to eat because I was so busy talking to people. That's the advice I give to people if they're about to get married. Don't forget to eat because you don't have a spare minute because people are coming up to you the whole time. So,
how would you feel if you see McDonald's at somebody's wedding, though?
Well, didn't Dave Singer have his wedding? You went. I didn't go.
At
but
an Italian restaurant.
Yeah. And it was like, basically just Italian food,
cash
right?
bar.
Yeah.
Cash bar is unacceptable at a wedding.
Famously a cash bar. So here's the thing. I think weddings should be more casual. I went to a wedding, and I won't say which one it is, but I went to a wedding, had fine food. Like, it was like the rubber chicken dinner, that you get at any banquet. And I'm like, why not McDonald's? If they brought out a Big Mac and fries and chicken nuggets, I'd be like, yeah, I get it. That's actually really good. I think it'd be a great theme for the wedding.
I disagree with
It's a
all of that.
McDonald's wedding.
I
Really?
think you would come in on
billion
Monday.
served.
You'd come in on Monday and say, I was at this wedding, and guess what they served?
And I would be
they serve McDonald's.
And I would be like,
this is
yes.
ridiculous.
I, as opposed to the rubber chicken dinner?
No, I think you would have been upset.
No,
you would have been
absolutely
really
not.
annoyed and upset.
I would have trumpeted them from the mountaintops. I think it's astonishing that somebody would do a McDonald's wedding.
I was at a wedding once where they had a In-N-Out food truck.
Oh, that's cool.
That's great.
Yeah. That was great. Yeah.
Taco truck at a wedding, that totally works.
Hey, remember Carlos' wedding? He had like 7 different dishes.
Oh, my God.
I heard he had many courses.
Oh, that
was
was 7 courses, and
Yeah.
there was so much food.
delicious.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
It was really,
Give me
really good.
some Mickey D's.
Yeah.
You don't want Mickey D's. It's not your lie today.
What's up, food?
So Greg Olson was on Pardon My Take and said one of the toughest things that he has to do as a broadcaster is the telestrator because he's too afraid to accidentally draw a phallus on the screen is one way to put it.
Okay.
Like others have famously.
Yes.
Have you ever used a telestrator, and do you understand Olson's fear?
I have used a telestrator. I never drew a phallus with it, but it is confusing.
Is it tempting to draw? He's saying
No.
it's tempting to draw.
Well,
phallus.
because it doesn't always work, and it's like using an Etch-a-Sketch.
No. He said because there's he'll circle here's a safety, and then he puts a line going up forward, and he brings a line
Right,
coming
and he's
down.
afraid what it's going to turn
and then
out
all
to.
of a sudden it looks.
But I will say this: when I used it, I was just messing around, and I didn't use it on the air.
Yeah.
So I was going to. It can get confusing, but no, I was not worried about drawing something obscene.
Yeah, I also, and I've never used a telestrator, but I can't imagine the idea that I would go on to a telestrator and draw a phallus.
It's
that
not
would
on
make
purpose.
No sense.
I did it.
What, an accidental?
Yes, it happens
incidental
all the
phallus?
time. Look it up on it happens
Incidental
all the time.
phallus?
Yes, it happens.
No.
Luke Shambi did it.
Show me.
No, he's right. I've seen it. Oh yeah.
People do.
And when
Professional broadcasters.
weathermen do it, that's when I did it. I did it with like on a weather map, and weathermen will like say, and there's a cold front here, and it'll look like a pair of somebody's boobs or something.
No. Steve Karnacki he was trying to do the United States, and he put it out, and it looked like a phallus.
Really?
Yes, look it up.
Steve Kornacki.
Yes,
the guy with the pants.
Yeah,
he always wears the same pants.
Yeah, Google Steve Kornacki phallus.
Yes.
Really?
I guarantee you it'll come up.
All right.
100%.
All right. Well, careful, Greg.
Well, yeah.
That's what I say. Careful, Greg.
What's up, food?
All right, so it's really hot in Vegas right now.
Yeah.
Summer League just ended, but CNN was going around the street talking to residents as they were walking around. So listen to who they thought was a resident.
All right, MOS. It's what journalists call man on the street. It's when a reporter grabs a man on the street for a quick interview, usually about a general topic like the weather. Well, this weekend in Las Vegas, a CNN reporter grabbed some man speed walking through the hot streets of Vegas and asked him his thoughts on the hot temps. CNN had no idea that random speed walker, not a Las Vegas resident, but Pistons GM Troy Weaver.
We're out here early trying to beat the heat, but it's par for the course. I mean, there's the heat here, rains different places, thunderstorms. I mean, weather patterns have changed.
It's funny. I was walking the other morning and CNN grabbed me and did an interview. So people think I'm a Las Vegas resident. It's the funniest thing. People text me, "You a Las Vegas resident now?" I said, no, they grabbed me. I was out walking in the morning. They questioned us about the heat, which you guys know better. So.
Oh, yeah, it's hot, though.
I love it. A cameo on CNN.
All right,
So before
ahead.
you get to that, it's like, do you blame CNN for not knowing an NBA GM or give them a pass because it's just a random NBA GM?
This happens all the time with people more famous than Troy Weaver. It happened to Klay Thompson. They asked him about scaffolding when he was walking down the street in New York City. They asked him what his name was, and he said Klay Thompson, and the reporter had no idea. And this is my favorite one. A news reporter in Salt Lake City doing a story on whether or not people were attending Jazz games.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what happened.
Hang on a sec.
Is it only on the right side? I think it's only on one side, so we can't. It's not going over there.
Yeah, it's only on one side.
I could hear it, Jorge. I don't know. But anyway, they asked, this girl walks up to him and goes, "Can you tell me your name and spell it?"
Yep.
And he says, "Jordan Clarkson." And she said, "Jordan, have you been to any Jazz games this year?" And Jordan goes, "Yeah, a lot."
Wow.
And the girl had
no clue.
No clue.
Well, Troy Weaver, I'll be honest, I could not pick Troy Weaver. You probably know him to see him. I don't know him to see him.
Yeah, I think I would recognize him.
I wouldn't recognize the general manager.
Yeah, I would not have recognized Troy Weaver. I just thought he would have been some random dude.
Yeah.
But so you don't give CNN any.
I give them a complete and total pass on this.
Yeah.
What's up, fool?
All right, so ABC oh boy. So ABC is trying something new with The Bachelor. It's now The Golden Bachelor, featuring a 71-year-old grandfather looking for love.
That's beautiful.
Is that going to make the ratings go up or down?
I can't imagine I'm going to watch this, and I watch all this crap. It's a young person's game, this Bachelor stuff. I don't want to see The Golden Bachelor. I don't care. I'm happy if this guy finds love. It doesn't need to be on TV.
John,
I need young, hot, train wreck people.
I think what you're saying is completely ageist.
Of course it's ageist. It's the definition of ageist.
I think some grandpa getting some is entertaining.
Would you want not stepdad Leo on The Bachelor?
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to watch Not Stepdad Leo.
Well, basically,
Greg, are you going to watch this for even 5 minutes?
Not even 1 second.
Basically, that's what my mom and Leo did. They met up.
They went on The Bachelor?
They were speed dating. They were seeing a bunch of people, and then they landed together. It was like a
speed
reality
dating?
show. Well, I'm just saying that my mom was on Match, and Leo was on Match,
Well,
and
that's
they
just app dating.
eventually matched.
So the guy's
They were
70.
on Match, they were
How
on
old is the guy?
Match, they
74?
eventually matched.
71.
71. How old are the women?
They're older.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, now it would be different if it was 71 and the women were 25.
25.
Well,
No,
that's what you call a Laker game.
Yeah.
By the way, I was at Catch the other night.
Yeah.
For the first time ever. Beautiful restaurant.
Yeah.
Good food,
Yeah.
too. And there was absolutely a man that was in his 70s with a woman that was...
That was his
20.
niece,
And
Greg.
of course, look, they were sitting next to each other, which is fine. Just saying.
That's a line in Pretty Woman where Julia Roberts says to the sales clerk, "He's not really my uncle." And the sales clerk goes, "They never are, dear."
I am in favor of Golden Bachelor dating the
You're
Golden
gonna watch
Girls.
it.
Yes.
You're going to watch it.
Yeah, they'll call them the Golden Girls.
Okay, Mace, let me ask you this. Would you have an issue if the 71-year-old Golden Bachelor chooses a 30-year-old?
No, I mean, good for them if it works.
You know, she's looking for.
We don't know how much money the guy's
a
got,
sponsor,
but we don't know
so
how
to
much money the
speak.
guy's got. We don't know if the Golden Bachelor is loaded or if he's living paycheck to paycheck.
They're not bringing some guy in who doesn't.
He's living on a Social Security
No,
check.
they're not
He's on
bringing
a-
that guy in.
He's on a fixed income.
No way.
Yeah,
ABC's
join me for life.
part of the
I'm on
pack-
a fixed income.
Part of the package is going to be that he is not on a fixed income.
What's up, fool?
That'll do it.
All right, there you have it. Coming up next, two of my favorite comedians are getting on my nerves, John. Getting
Really?
on my nerves. They're showing up on my Twitter timeline too often. I'll
Okay.
explain next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
afternoon. Sandwiched between Travis and Sliwa and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
Oh, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is, Tuesday? And we've had, I think, one of the best shows of our careers. You should go back and listen to the podcast because I think we nailed it. Such as life.
It is astonishing.
It is
that you think that.
There you go. All right, so, John, I love Cheech and Chong for obvious reasons. Up in Smoke, hilarious. They've made classic movies, classic comedy albums, but they've got a new gummy brand.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, a stoner and a cheat.
There's Tommy Chong.
I think he was stoned when he recorded
I
that.
think he was. So they are advertising their gummies as sponsored posts, and I am getting them.
You've had enough?
Every 3 tweets is Cheech and Chong. And I'm like,
Okay.
that's too many.
I have a similar complaint.
Okay. Bergman, are you getting the Cheech and Chong?
Yes, and it's not only every three tweets, but it's also in the replies to people. So if you click on to read some of the replies to things, it's every single one of them. It's in there everywhere. It's too many.
Yeah, it's too many.
It's too many.
All right. I don't mean to nitpick, but I'm going to.
Good.
No matter what game I watch, whether it's a baseball game, whether it's an NBA Summer League game, whether it's Watch What Happens Live on Bravo.
Right.
What the hell is Jardiance? And who is that woman that is dancing aimlessly for no reason, singing about Jardiance?
Is this the one where she's got a big group of people
Yes.
dancing?
And it's like a mini flash mob. And this woman is singing about her AC31 numbers and
Her A1C. Yes, it's for diabetes.
What the hell is Jardiance?
It's for type 2 diabetes
and
to
why
control
is
your
it on
A1C.
every single
Because
game
a lot
I
of
watch?
people have A1C issues.
But okay, that's
What is A1C?
That's fine.
Is your diabetes level?
But
I think.
who is this woman and why is she doing her own Broadway show singing
She
about
really is.
Jardiance?
Have you seen this ad, Bergman? You've seen the
Yeah,
dancing
I have.
Jardiance
I've
lady?
seen it before. You know, they're just
I mean,
trying to
enough
make it
is
a fun
no,
story. To
it's
say,
not
hey,
fun.
Get your Jardiance.
Enough is enough.
You don't know what A1C is, huh?
I don't, but I'm not a diabetic.
Right. Bergman, did you know what A1C
No, I just
was?
asked you, and you told me.
Like
that
if
was the
it's
first-
over 7.5, it means you're diabetic, and if you're under 7.5, you're fine.
Well, get your Jardiance.
I'm fine. I'm in my good zone.
I wouldn't be surprised if I'm close.
Picking on Jardiance and the
I don't
woman
get it.
dancing.
You like it. You like all that type of stuff.
Is it
though,
this
John?
one?
Yes.
Yes. Look.
Yeah.
She is a lovely woman.
I can't take it anymore. It's not easy to see. I don't care you're lowering your A1C. Stop it. Enough is enough.
Going hard on.
But don't you like show
Jardiance.
tunes?
I do. I'm
It
sick
is-
of that
it's
one.
a production number.
I'm sick of that one.
Yeah, it's a production number. All right, so and a lot of people are saying I banned Jorge from the show. That is absolutely not true.
Yeah,
that
it
is
is.
not meant.
It's astonishing.
It is astonishing. There goes Jorge. No, I did not ban Jorge.
No,
from the
he did
show.
not. He
It's
did not.
Jorge's choice.
I
to move
requested
to
a
the
trade,
early
yes.
show. He quit on us. He quit on Mason and Ireland. That's painful. Painful. All right, so among other things, John, today everybody is talking about Shohei Otani. Always, he hit a home run last night.
Yep.
So here's a question. Is it appropriate to do an in-game interview in the dugout
I'm glad you're bringing this up.
and talk about Shohei Otani's future?
You have the interview, right?
I do, yes.
Okay, so this has become a hot-button issue among Major League Baseball fans, and they are mad at our old friend Buster Olney because he brought this up in an in-game interview with Phil Nevin. Listen to this.
The industry filled with all kinds of speculation, questions about whether or not the Angels will trade Otani before the deadline. What have your conversations with him been about when you've discussed that?
Really, with him, it hasn't come up. It's all business. We're focused on winning baseball games right now and getting back to where we were a couple weeks ago. And and hopefully those rumors go away again.
Phil, thanks.
Why is that inappropriate to bring up within the body of a game? If you're Buster Olney, don't you have to ask that question?
Well, do you have to ask it of the manager during the game?
He didn't ask it poorly though either. He didn't say,
he
"Is he going to be?" He didn't say, "Are you going to be traded?"
When they mic you up, I don't think they're asking you for future transactions. Like, I think they're supposed to give you insight into the game, not necessarily inside.
Well, and so
because Phil Nevin's not going to be involved in trading Shohei Otani.
The question actually was, how was he talking to him about it? What is the conversation around it? Like, hey, just keep your head straight on. Don't worry about it. Don't think about any of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Phil.
Like, he wants to know what that conversation sounds like. I didn't think there was anything wrong with that.
I don't have a huge problem, but I do see the people, and it's not a lot of people that are upset about this.
But
some people.
Why is anybody upset about this?
I think that you could make the case that it's inappropriate to ask about future transactions while you're in the middle of the game. That's not where Phil Nevin's head is. Phil Nevin's head is in the game. He's actually managing that game.
But I understand, but it's the biggest story surrounding the Angels, who are circling the drain.
But here's the thing. Phil Nevin's got to worry about what's going on in that dugout and what's going on in the field, and not what's going on in the front office with Perry Manazian and with Artie Moreno. I don't think Phil Nevin's even in the loop on that stuff.
Maybe he isn't, or maybe he is.
Do you think he is?
I think Buster has to ask it.
Sure. I mean, you can ask the question.
And I think if he would have been aggressive about it,
right,
and been a jerk about it, that's one thing. But he wasn't.
No, he punted. I mean, Phil punted.
Right. And Buster gave him an off-ramp. I mean, it wasn't, everybody needs to calm down. I mean, that's the biggest story in baseball right now is Tim Kirkshin called it the biggest team decision in baseball history.
What?
Whether or not to trade Otani.
Oh, yeah. No,
because
that's
he said you can't trade him. He's too good. And you also can't not trade him because he's too good.
He's too good. Right.
Yeah. And you've come around to this one. You're on my side now, right?
Well, I said if the Angels aren't in it at the trade deadline, it's over. And it's over.
Right.
Right. I mean, my position actually has not changed. It is if the Angels were in the playoff chase right now, I would say make a run. But they're not. They're out of it. Trout's gone till at least the end of August, and who knows longer than that. So, yeah, I think at this point there's no question you got to trade him. The problem for the Dodgers is the Angels are not going to trade him here. The Dodgers are going to, or the Angels are going to trade him. I mean, Eric Karros seems pretty serious.
He's going to play in the postseason. He has to play in the postseason. The Angels need to trade him. If they don't, they're doing a disservice to the organization. Now, you want me to take it a next step further? Who's he going to be playing for? He's going to be playing for the Giants.
Whoa.
That's who he's going to be playing for.
Oh, Mr.
No,
Dodger?
No, I'm just telling you, that makes all the sense in the world. They have the wherewithal to do it. Then they get him for a couple months to try to court him so they could sign him for a free agency. It makes all the sense. And you don't think that the Angels wouldn't want to trade him to San Francisco to spite the Dodgers? Come on. This is drama.
It is drama.
Eric's right. It is the one place you could trade him that would drive the Dodgers crazy.
It would be hard for the Dodgers because the Giants are what, a game and a half back?
Something like that.
They're close. They're the second place team.
Game and a half or two.
Yeah, they've passed the Diamondbacks, so they're the team that's chasing them. And all of a sudden, you look at the Giants and you say, "Damn, you're throwing Otani every 6 days, home run leader in your lineup." Hitting balls into the bay.
I just don't think Artie Moreno will do it. I don't think he'll trade him because he doesn't want to take the heat.
I think he's going to trade him. I now think he's going to trade him.
All right, let's.
The heat will be there if he doesn't trade him at this point.
How about this? $25,000 mythical money. I say they will not trade him. You say they will trade him. All right, there it is, Bergman.
Look at that.
That's
a good bet.
Yeah, that is a good bet. We'll be following that for the next few weeks. It's 2 weeks until the trade deadline. So,
yeah, a little less, actually.
Yeah,
today's the 18th, 13 days.
So it's coming fast. Now, are you in on Barbenheimer?
I don't even know what that is.
Get out of here.
Is that, that I should go see Barbie and Oppenheimer in the same day?
Yeah.
The reviews for Oppenheimer are unbelievable.
The reviews for Barbie are unbelievable.
Not going.
Why are you not going?
There is no scenario under which you could tell me, and I really respect your movie-going opinion because you see everything. You could tell me, Ireland, Barbie is great. You got to go see it. You'll love it, and I still wouldn't go.
Why do you think?
I have no interest in it.
It's a comedy.
Right.
If it's funny, why do you have no interest
And I love Margot Robbie. I think she's like the best-looking woman around. I like Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
No interest.
That is so weird.
But Jorge, are you going? Well, you might want to take my pick.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Bergman, are you taking Riley?
Her mom wants to, but otherwise I would because I would.
Well, because you like Margot Robbie.
Are you going to see? Are you going to see the
I'm
movie?
watching. Literally,
me too.
It's funny. Mace, look up. Like
Oh, there
literally,
she is.
literally right when. I
Yeah.
mean, just No.
It's kind of everywhere. Barbie is. You know, they put a big pink house in Malibu. Listen to the. Here are a couple of the reviews. I've seen. This is somebody. I've seen Barbie. The craftsmanship is incredible. In particular, the costume and production design includes next-level work that heavily contributes to creating the feeling that these truly are Barbies, their dream houses, and their worlds come to life. Further, Barbie thoughts to come, but the number one is, I can't believe Greta Gerwig got away with it. So here's the reason to see Barbie for me. This is a little wonky. So Greta Gerwig is
Used to be an actress, right?
Used to be an actress. Now she's a filmmaker. Her last movie, I think, was Lady Bird, which was nominated for Oscars, and I think Allison Janney won the Oscar for Lady Bird. This is her, and she's got a very unique take on the world. I think this is. I think
She may have been nominated. I don't think Allison Janney has an Oscar.
Yeah, she won an Oscar
I'll look
for
it up.
Lady Bird.
Okay.
She played the mom. Opposite. Yeah, she did.
Okay.
So here's the bottom line is you've got a creative filmmaker doing this, and you've got one of the greatest living directors, Christopher Nolan, doing the other one. A lot of people are going to do the Barbenheimer thing. Will you see both, Bergman?
Maybe. Probably not. I don't think
You
I'll
won't
see
see Oppenheimer?
I don't think I'm going to see either one of them. I'll see
Really?
them when they come into. I'm not going to the theater for.
You would
This
not
says,
take Riley
This
to the
says
theater?
Allison Janney has won an Oscar.
Yeah.
And she won for playing the mom of Tanya Harding in I, Tonya.
I, Tonya.
that
there
was
you
good.
go. I, Tonya. I thought it was Lady Bird.
I would only go see Barbie in theater if Riley wants to go, but I don't. I mean, I like Christopher Nolan. I think he's great. I just don't want to go to a movie for that.
Now, Jorge, you're doing Barbenheimer.
I'm
aren't
doing
you?
both. Yeah, I'm taking Brenda and my theater for Barbie, and then me and my buddy Richard are heading to.
So you're going to see
You're going to do
Oppenheimer
the
second.
Tom Cruise suggested doubleheader?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still doesn't do his own stunts, by the way. I did a little research.
Really?
After Mission Impossible, I did a little research, and there is now. Granted, if you watch this, it looks like Tom Cruise. It is a Tom Cruise look-alike. It is not Tom Cruise himself doing these stunts.
I don't believe you.
It is absolutely true.
He is 100% doing his stunts.
Absolutely 100%. I'm correct.
Good to know.
100%.
Good to know.
All right, coming up next, the NBA has been experimenting with a new rule to stop flopping. Boom, 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 boom. Does it make sense, or is it just another reason to stop the game? We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Mason and Ireland continues now.
So, because of the actors' strike and the writers' strike, I've got to find different guests for the Culture Pop podcast.
I just gave you 2 outstanding suggestions.
Yeah, Ariana Maddox and Tom Sandoval from Vanderpump Rules. And
there you go.
I know nothing about the show or the
I'll
scandal
help
or
you.
anything.
I'll prep you if you get them.
You come on and help us do the
I'll
interview.
do it.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Why
That'd be
can't
great.
you get actors on? I mean, I know they're
They're not allowed to do any
Not
promotion.
allowed to promote anything.
Like we were just talking about Barbie and Oppenheimer and all. They can't. They
now
won't
the
be,
directors can do stuff, but the writers
right. So
cannot.
you won't
And
see
the
Margot
actors
Robbie
cannot.
going on late night TV shows or anything.
Well,
They're-
there are no late night TV shows, right? Because the writers' strike is shut
well,
those
Andy
down.
Cohen's still doing Watch What Happens Live.
True.
But that's about it.
that's live, right?
I saw Jennifer Lawrence on there.
Yeah, she was
very
great.
funny.
She was great.
Yeah, very funny.
Can she talk about things from the past?
Yeah.
Can't talk about movies or.
Well, her movie came out before the strike, so I think that's why she was allowed on there. But she couldn't go now.
Yeah, couldn't go now. Everybody shut down now. So actually, Kevin Demoff is going to do the podcast tomorrow night, which I'm excited about.
Are you going to ask him if you can do the Whose House again?
Yes, of course I am.
Yeah, dumb
what
idea.
What about singing the national anthem?
Singing the national anthem is on my list. Those are the first 2 questions. I'm gonna
They should be the first 2 questions.
Yeah.
Are you
Now
gonna
about
call,
you, Kev.
Are you going to call him Kev?
I am.
I
His
doubt
wife,
you call
by
him
the way,
Kev.
listens to the show all the time.
He does.
Yeah, and Kev does too. And he said, ask him about. We were talking about our jobs in food service. Like I got rejected by Coco's. John, you were a bartender.
I was once a dishwasher.
Kev apparently used to work in food service, so I was
Excellent.
told by his wife that we
Tell
must
him to get
ask
better
Kev about
restaurants at SoFi because it's overrated.
that. Oh, will you stop? Stop.
letting you know.
Overrated.
Yeah. All right, so there is a brand new rule that was employed during the Summer League, which is that the official or the referee is allowed to determine whether or not a player flopped. Now, this is especially noticeable with guys who shoot from the outside and kick their legs toward the defender so it looks like they have no clear landing space.
Correct.
Trae Young does this. James Harden does
Correct.
this. These are like kind of classic moves that are now going to be called. John, do you like these penalties?
Hate them. I hate both these rules. The other one is they've given the coaches another challenge.
Oh, that's too much.
Here's what I hate. I hate anything that stops the game unnecessarily. I hate illegal defense. I hate this rule that they can call a technical for flopping. Nobody I know, and I've obviously watched thousands and thousands of NBA games, nobody wants to watch more free throws. And that's what you did here. You added more free throws.
Right.
And I'm very surprised that the competition committee did it. I'm very surprised they gave the coaches another challenge, which will stop the game again.
But how? Okay,
unnecessarily.
I agree with you on the challenge, but how about you just stop flopping?
Well,
how about
what
just
I'm
Trae Young
hoping-
stop kicking your
what
legs
I'm
out?
hoping is this is like military defense. You are showing that you will put the rule in, but you'll never call it. It's kind of like how everybody has an atomic bomb, but we all hope they'll never use it.
Yeah.
That's kind of a leap.
No. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying
No,
it's a deterrent.
Yeah.
In other words,
flopping atomic bomb.
Well, if you're going to do that, but nobody set off an atomic bomb in 100 years. But
since
well, it's about
we're
90.
the only ones that ever did it,
right? But and by the way, that's what Oppenheimer's about.
Yes,
if you're
it is,
curious,
the
that's
invention
what,
of
bringing this full circle.
Yeah.
But I'm against anything that. Don't do that.
Yeah, that was
I'm against anything that stops the game.
Yes.
I just don't. I don't think anybody
But what
wants.
do you do to stop these guys? In other words, okay, look at it this way. They're getting fouls by flopping, so the game's stopping anyway. Let's just give the foul to the shooter instead of the defender. Somebody's getting a foul there no matter what, chances are.
Michael will be in here on Thursday. I'm curious what he thinks about it, because he hates flopping, but he also hates the game stopping. So I'm curious what he might think about this. But I'm against anything that stops the game.
But you get that the game's going to stop anyway because of a foul.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Other times they don't call anything.
Right.
But let's say you like are driving towards the basket.
Yep.
And I flail backwards to try and draw a charge.
Okay.
The ref sees what I'm doing.
Yep.
And doesn't blow a whistle. And you lay it in.
Yep.
Now he's going to blow a whistle and call me for flopping. We just stopped the game where we didn't have to.
Right.
That's what I don't want.
Yeah, I just hate that Harden move. I hate that trade
Right.
move.
A lot of people do, and they hate it so much that they put this rule in.
Right, right.
You know, so that's part of the problem. But it's weird. I've told you before, I would, instead of having teams shoot free throws after the 5th team foul, I'd make it the 10th team foul.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, nobody wants free throws. Nobody wants more free throws.
No, I agree.
So let's try and figure out a way to cut them down.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if guys keep fouling, they'll just foul out. You know, that's the so in other words, if let's say whenever I suggest that rule, move it to 10 team fouls like they do in college, people say, well, then everybody's just going to foul every time. No, they won't, because they'll foul out.
Yeah, they will foul out.
Yeah.
That's the balance.
Yeah.
So you're pro Jeff Van Gundy rules.
Yeah. Well, he's got some pretty radical ones.
Right. Well, he's basically
really
saying
like
get rid
what?
of-
5-minute halftime.
Oh, really?
Well, he doesn't want fouls.
He doesn't want the teams leaving the court.
Wow.
No replay until the last 4 minutes of a game.
Yeah.
You know,
there was something else on fouls.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I
have something here. I don't know if it's the right thing.
By the way, Jeff Van Gundy's not going to be out of work long, is he?
No.
Right?
He is so good. I am so disappointed that they broke up the broadcast team because I thought those 3 guys together were awesome.
And if you were going to cut one of them, Mark Jackson was the weak link. I mean, Van Gundy was great. So I'm serious.
Yeah, you're going to go there?
Of course.
Mark Jackson was the weak link of the broadcast
Do you know
team?
anybody who thinks Mark Jackson is a better analyst than Jeff Van Gundy?
No, Jeff Van Gundy's the best. Van Gundy focuses a little too much on the officiating, but otherwise he's
there's a lot of people that are thinking that the NBA didn't like how critical Jeff was of the league and may have nudged ESPN. Nobody will admit that.
Right.
But I hated to see Jeff go. And maybe cooler heads will prevail and they'll bring him back. But I thought that was I hated to see any of those people get fired, and I understand it's a really hard decision for any company to do cutbacks, but that guy might be the best analyst ever.
No, he's great. He's great. I'm sure he will be back. I mean, wouldn't you expect him to emerge at TNT at some point?
I would, but unless the league was involved. And if the league was involved, then probably not. You know, that's probably it.
All right, coming up next for you.
Real fast, just so you know, so we can go full circle with this.
Yeah.
He said that the thing I would do is I would try to get it to a 2-hour window for the game itself, since it's 2.5 now. And my biggest rule change would be to eliminate free throws until the final 4 minutes of the game. So he's getting rid of all free throws until 4 minutes.
What do you do if you get fouled on a what would stop me from dunking on you?
So if you're fouled in the penalty, you just get the 2 points. If you're fouled in active shooting, you'd get the 2 points or 3 points until the final 4 minutes of the game.
So if you get fouled going to the rack, you get 2 free throws.
No, you get 2 points.
Oh,
you get the 2 points. The 2 points go on the board.
Yeah, that probably is too far.
If you're fouled on a 3-point shot, you get 3 points.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. I don't.
Until the last 4 minutes.
He's basically spotting you the free throws.
He's giving you the free throws essentially.
Instead of going through the process of shooting free throws, he's just saying, give him 2, give him 3.
I mean, to your point, though, it takes away free throws. It speeds up the game. There's more action. There's everything that you're looking for, John.
That's something, Greg, I would be willing to try in like a G League or a Summer League just to see what it looks like.
Yeah. All right, coming up next for you, this is for Lindsay. The Cleveland Browns.
We're doing Lie of the Day next.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, I will also do this. The Cleveland Browns have a new uniform sponsor, and it's really embarrassing. Have you heard about it?
No.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it coming up. Plus, Lie of the Day right now. So, 877-710-ESPN. What did Ireland lie about today? I have one guess. I have no idea if I got it or not. Am I wrong?
You're wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm wrong. Does anybody have a guess?
I can't remember
Jorge,
what it was.
You've got a guess? Put it in the text. Did Jorge get it?
Yeah, text it, Jorge.
So right now, 877-710-ESPN. You can win a $50 gift certificate to Terranea, plus qualify for the grand prize, which is a luxury oceanfront getaway to Terranea. It includes a 2-night stay in an ocean view suite, a Lexus LC to drive for the weekend, golf at the links, dinner at Catalina Kitchen, and limo service to a sporting event for a night out. That grand prize will be announced on Friday. You can qualify to win it right now. 877-710-ESPN. It is cooler on the coast at Terranea, a luxury resort like no other. Mason and Ireland, 710-ESPN.
All right, you just heard Mason talking about Terranea. Mace is going there soon. Slee was going there this week. I've been there every year for the last 10, 15 years. It is a spectacular resort. 270-degree panoramic views of the Pacific Ocean and Catalina Island. No matter what type of accommodations you're looking for, they've got them. Bungalows, casitas, villas, you name it. 8 distinct dining experiences, an oceanfront spa, an award-winning golf course, 4 swimming pools, kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, tide pooling, guided hikes, art classes, you name it, they got it. And Terranea is led by my guy Ralph Grippo, who is the best resort manager in the world. I stay at hotels 100 nights a year. Ralph's the best hotel guy I know.
He's astonishing.
Astonishing, exactly. Terranea. Go to the website, check it out at terranea.com. It'll answer any questions you have. It's like going to Hawaii without getting on a plane. Trust me on this. You live in Southern California. Don't go another year without visiting Terranea. Terranea, Terranea, Terranea.com.
Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
What a fortunate moment we find ourselves in.
It really is a fortunate moment. Because
Cappy's
right now,
here again today.
Yeah, I saw him.
Saw him walking around.
We
really
did the
astonishing.
Cappycast over here. It is astonishing. So if you would like to win a $50 gift card to Terranea, right now is the time. If you can identify John's lie, and then you qualify for the grand prize, luxury oceanfront getaway to Terranea Resort. We'll give that away on Friday. You will be qualified. All right, I do not know the lie of the day.
Boy, you never texted yours.
No, because I went over the tape, and it was early, way early.
Oh,
so
way
I don't
early.
think so.
Okay, got it. All right, so nobody knows except one of you guys. Let's start with caller number 7, as we always do. That is Ed, I think in South L.A. Ed, you're on 710. Do you know the lie of the day?
I'm going to guess that you were not with an Amazon guy today who gave you that information.
I was with my friend Jared Stacy earlier today, and he gave me that information that it is going to be Jets-Dolphins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go caller number 8. It's Anthony in Bakersfield. Anthony, you're on 710. Any idea what the lie of the day is?
The lie of the day is what he said about Mark Jackson, that he's not a good announcer.
No, that is not the lie of the day. I don't think Mark's a bad announcer. I just think Jeff's better.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, obviously, somebody at ESPN thinks Mark's better. Or it might have been a financial decision. We don't know.
Okay, one more, and then we give a clue. Let's go to Greg in Mission Hills. Greg, you're on 710. What do you think? You know the lie of the day?
I think that it was that you were a dishwasher. I don't think that was true.
At the Cask and Cleaver restaurant in Costa Mesa, California, that was true, Greg. I'm sorry. All right, so
now a hint.
My lie is baseball related. That's the first hint.
I know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what it is.
All right, take one more, and then I'll give another clue if he doesn't get it.
Let's go to Brian in East L.A. Brian, you're on 710. Any idea what the lie is?
Yeah, that clue kind of trumped me. I thought it was that you took your wife's brother to Comic-Con.
No, I did take him. I took him to the Comic-Con. Okay, here's another hint. It has to do with me claiming I've seen someone in person who I have never seen in person.
Yes.
Okay.
Ultimately, I did figure that out in my head.
Okay. Who else wants to give it a shot?
So, Mike in San Pedro. Mike, you're on 710. Hey, dude, what do you got? What's the lie of the day?
The lie of the day is John seen Shohei Otani in person.
Boom. That's it, Mike.
That is absolutely
I have
correct.
never, even though I really want to.
Yeah.
My mom has seen him in person.
Wow.
I think Slee has seen him in person.
Yeah, Slee did go to see him.
I have never seen Shohei in person. I've watched hundreds of Shohei games on TV, never seen him in person.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations, man. You're qualified to win the grand prize, and you get a $50 gift card to Terranea right now. Thanks for listening, man. We appreciate you. Okay.
All right, Mike, hang on. Greg, line 2.
Yeah, line 2 is our
All right, what is the Cleveland Browns story?
Okay.
Because I'm interested.
They've got a new jersey patch. Yes.
Sponsor?
Sponsor.
Like Bibigo is the Lakers jersey patch sponsor.
Correct. So their sponsor is a product called Dude Wipes. It is a brand that manufactures unscented, flushable wet wipes with naturally soothing aloe vera and vitamin E for maximum comfort and cleanliness, claiming billions of butts wiped.
Okay.
That is their jersey sponsor.
Okay.
What do you think? Something about it feels appropriate.
It is very easy to
make
mock
jokes.
them.
Yes.
But I will say this. Although I've never used that particular brand,
Yep.
those wipes in general are excellent.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Seriously?
Jorge, you used them?
I use wipes myself, too. Yeah.
I do, too.
you
I
use
actually
Dude wipes?
travel with them.
Oh, with that kind?
I throw I throw Cottonelle.
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
get,
me too.
You can get like 20 of them.
Exactly.
I throw them in my travel bag
You're
because
good.
sometimes the toilet paper at hotels is bad, is lousy,
Yeah.
and those wipes are great. I'm a fan of the Dude wipe.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
But I understand what you're saying. For a football team that not that long
has
ago
not had a
had
winning
1
yeah.
in 31 stretch,
Right.
being sponsored by Dude Wipes is not the smartest
No,
PR
it's not.
move.
Now, I'll point out that they've got white uniforms and white helmets for 3 games this year. The Dude Wipes logo will only appear on the white uniforms.
Okay.
By the way, and to just make your point, after reading this story today, I immediately went onto Amazon and I ordered Dude Wipes.
I will be surprised. Let me tell you, and Jorge, tell me if you agree or disagree. I will be very surprised.
Yeah.
And that's, by the way, exactly why they did the sponsorship.
Yeah, no, it completely worked on me.
I'll be surprised if it does not change your routine permanently.
Really?
Yeah. Once you go to the wipes,
oh yeah,
you never go back.
Yeah.
Stay.
Do you use that brand, Dude Wipes?
No, I use Cottonelle. Use Cottonelle,
Cottonelle,
Jorge?
yep.
Cottonelle. I'm going Dude Wipes.
Well, either one's fine.
Yeah.
But the aloe, the fact it
So
does.
soothing.
Yeah, it does the trick,
It's
man.
soothing.
It's way better than, hey, it's just, once you go wet, going back to dry is no fun.
Bergman, are you in on the Dude Wipes?
No,
Come
I
on.
know. I don't like it. I don't like it. No.
Laura Romo
No.
just texted me.
Yeah.
Everyone should use wipes.
Well, you like the Dude Wipes though? I don't know.
Well, no,
Because
I'm
then
just saying.
then it's
I'm
wet.
saying
Like, when
these
is-
things that Jorge and I are using, they're
Hey,
game
we're
changers.
flush them down the toilet.
Yeah, they're
afterwards.
totally
can.
they're totally flushable.
Right, but it stays wet for a little while. No.
Well, you can
No,
use
no,
toilet
not at
paper
all.
to wipe
So
it
then you
off.
have to use both now. So I have to use both things now.
No. You
if you want to. Yeah.
you
Do you use
it's,
both or do you
no.
use one?
One.
You only use one.
I only use the Cottonelle. Yeah.
Then you're all
No,
wet.
you're not.
Oh, you're not.
No, you're not.
It's aloe, Greg. It's
so
like
it dries real
It's
fast.
aloe vera.
oh
It's
yeah,
like lotion.
it's aloe.
It's
It's like
healthy.
lotion.
Yeah, it's
All
healthy
right,
for you.
I'll give it a shot. I'm
that's
not sure.
all
Like
we're
I don't
doing.
like bidets and things
Let's-
like that.
Hey, have you heard?
This
Hey,
is
Pace.
not a bidet. It's
No.
not. No, you're not
Pace.
going to leave.
I like a bidet.
Really?
I would love to have a bidet.
You're a fan of the
Not
bidet.
Stepdad Leo has a bidet in both of the bathrooms, including
All
the
right.
guest bathroom.
Did you seriously order them from Amazon?
I did.
Okay, remind me to ask him about this in 2 weeks. I
Yes.
think you're going to say, I can't believe I waited this long.
Yeah, no, I apparently it's going to be some kind of revelation when I start my Dude Wipes
About,
regimen.
I would say maybe 2 years ago, I started throwing the travel pack in my bag, and now it's like part of my routine.
I started 4 years ago since I had Maite. Sometimes we had paper.
Because when you have baby wipes all over the place,
Exactly.
and then you use them, and it's like, oh my God, why haven't I been doing this?
All right.
You're going to get
Way to go, Browns.
a new standard of cleanliness.
Yeah.
Mace.
Yeah, you'll be able to take the Browns to the Super Bowl if you know what I mean.
Hey, is Jacob coming in today, Greg?
Yes.
I thought
Yes, he
Jacob
is.
was here. Yeah?
Yeah.
Is he here?
Yeah, he'll be here. Should be here shortly.
Okay, cool. We're going to do some game of games coming up. It is my game today, so I cannot win. Bergman, how many games have I won in this month?
Hold on, let me
July.
count. Hold on, I have to
Yeah,
count because
let
I have them all
me
written
add
down
them
here.
up.
Hold
Yeah.
on, it's
Zero.
zero. Yeah,
Zero.
none.
Zero,
That'd be
none.
none. Yeah.
Interesting.
You're
Oh
for
boy,
the last 4 years.
Yeah.
never won a month.
Never won. I tied. Did tie for 2 months over the
Doesn't
years. All right, so we'll do my game today. And who's winning the month?
Jorge with
Yeah.
4. I have 3. John has 2.
Jorge's going
Momo
out.
has 1.
Jorge's going out in a blaze of glory, isn't he?
No, wait, I'm taking him
Yeah,
down.
this.
Oh, Jorge cranks it, and that is out. That's a home run. And that is it. I will say it tonight. With producer Jorge's home run, it is a final.
That's a strong call.
That is a really good
That was
call.
a good call,
It's
yeah.
a good
Very
call,
good call.
yeah. And Jorge's winning game of games. He's winning mythical money. He's winning the player of
And
the
then
game
you're
at
just
All-Star
going
Friday
to
night.
walk out on us.
Then he's bailing on
You
us.
bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
He's just like, I'm done
I don't
with
think
guys.
you are.
All right, game of games coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Call Jacob. Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but calljacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle. Call Jacob. Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, and Jacob Emrani joins us, sponsor of Game of Games. We love Jacob. In fact, last week went out to an LAFC game and hung out with Jacob. Great time, you and the entire family.
Yes, sir. That was a lot of fun.
Nice night. All right, so it is college football season, just about. SEC Media Day was today. I think actually they had a 2-day media day because they think they're really important. So I have got the name of a school and then 2 choices for who their head football coach is. Okay? So we're getting ready for college football season. I'll give you 2 choices. You tell me who's the head coach.
Okay.
So let's start out with an easy one. The North Carolina Tar Heels. It is either Jeff Brom or Mac Brown. Jeff Brom or Mac Brown. We start with Jacob.
Mac Brown.
Mac Brown. Ireland.
Mac Brown.
Mac Brown. Jorge.
Mac Brown.
Mac Brown. And Bergman.
With the crowd.
With the crowd. And that's absolutely correct. I wanted to start with an easy one. Number
Ding.
2. The West Virginia Mountaineers. It is either Neil Brown or Tom Allen. Neil Brown or Tom Allen, Ireland.
Neil Brown.
Neil Brown. Jorge.
Tom.
Tom Allen. Bergman.
Neil.
Neil. And Jacob.
I'll go with Neil.
Neil is the correct answer. Yes, Neil Brown is the head coach at West Virginia. Number 3, Louisiana Tech, the Bulldogs. It is either Sonny Cumbie or John Schneider. Sonny Cumbie or John Snyder. Jorge.
Cumbie.
Cumbie. Bergman.
Cumbie.
Cumbie. Jacob.
Cumbie.
Cumbie. Ireland.
With the crowd, Cumbie.
Yes. Actually, John Schneider is the manager of the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, number 4, Bowling Green State University, my beloved Falcons. It is either Scott Loeffler or Brett Belinsky. Scott Loeffler or Brett Belinsky. Bergman.
The first one.
Scott Loeffler. Jacob.
Belinsky.
Belinsky. Ireland.
Loeffler.
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 Loeffler. Loeffler is the correct answer.
I actually knew that one because I played at UCLA last year.
Oh, that's right. They did. So I've got Ireland 4, Bergman 4, Jacob
Just trying
3,
to make
Jorge
it
3.
sneaky.
Right.
Game is going pretty easy here. All right, the Buffalo Bulls. Buffalo Bulls. It is either Maurice Linguist or Franklin Robert. Maurice Linguist or Franklin Robert. We're back to Jacob.
Robert.
Robert. Ireland.
Robert.
Robert. Jorge.
Robert.
Robert. Bergman.
I'm going to go linguist.
And Linguist carries the day.
Oh, Bergman's tied for the lead.
Because Robert's probably spelled like Robert.
It is spelled like Robert.
Right,
Yeah.
so why would you know it was Robert?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Catching on to my little games. All right, the Arkansas Razorbacks. This is a big SEC school. It is either Sam Pittman or Frank Fitzsimmons. Sam Pittman or Frank Fitzsimmons, Ireland.
Pittman.
Pittman. Jorge.
Fitzsimmons.
Fitzsimmons. Bergman.
I'm going Fitzsimmons.
Fitzsimmons. Jacob.
First one.
Sam Pittman. The correct answer. Sam Pittman. We now have a tie. Ireland 5, Bergman 5.
I have Greg with 4.
I just got the last one. I've gotten every one of them except for that.
Yeah,
one.
no, he's.
How many have you
got
asked?
5. That was number 6.
Okay.
So,
Greg, you think you have 5?
I've gotten every one except for
Okay,
that.
so
Yeah,
I have Greg 5, me 5, Jacob and Jorge 4 each.
I've got Jacob with 4, Jorge. I've got
that's
you
correct.
with 3. You got
That's
4?
correct.
Okay. How many are left?
3.
Okay.
Number 7, the Missouri Tigers. It is either Elijah Drinkwitz or Mario Chubb.
Those are 2 weird names right there.
Drinkwitz or Mario Chubb. We start with our leaders because we're down to the last few. Ireland, is it Drinkwitz or Chubb?
Drinkwitz.
Bergman?
I like that you said Elijah for Elijah, so I'm going to go with that one.
Elijah Drinkwitz. All right. Jorge?
Chubb.
And Jacob?
Let's go with Chubb.
The correct answer. Elijah Drinkwitz.
Okay.
Now,
how many are left?
I've got 2 left.
All right, so these guys can still catch us.
Yep, so you're still alive. The South Alabama Jaguars. It is either Kane Womack or Tommy Kane. Kane Womack or Tommy Kane. Let's go with Bergman here, one of the leaders.
Tommy Kane.
Tommy Kane, Ireland.
I'll go the other way. Kane Womack.
Kane Womack. Jorge.
Ooh, settle it.
Womack.
Womack and Jacob.
Tommy Kane.
Tommy Kane. The correct answer is Kane Womack.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Which gives Ireland the lead. Everybody's out except Bergman and Ireland.
And I have to go
Ireland
the other way.
7, Bergman 6.
And I have to
Ireland
go
will
first.
go first.
Yeah.
This one could be easy. So we'll see.
Why an easy one for the last one?
The Oregon State Beavers. It is either Jonathan Smith or Joe Robinson. Jonathan Smith or Joe Robinson, Ireland.
I don't know.
I don't know it either.
So I'll say Jonathan Smith.
I'm going the other way, Robinson.
Correct answer. Jonathan Smith.
Got him.
Ireland got it.
Got him.
Got a W.
Okay.
And he's dominant. You
All
want to
right.
do the tiebreaker for fun?
Sure.
How many wins does the USC Trojan football program have in its history? How many wins in its history? Any idea, Ireland?
I'm going to guess, let's see, 10. I'm going to guess 450.
450. Jorge?
525.
525. Bergman?
387.
387. And Jacob?
526.
526.
Smart Jacob.
Winner, chicken dinner. It is Jacob because they've won 783.
Trojans,
in its
baby.
history. Exactly.
All right. So here's
I was
here's
thinking
a,
of the Bruins.
Here's
My
a
bad.
quick story about why I have to leave right now.
Okay.
You know, I've been trying to get into the DMV. It's impossible.
Right.
Somehow, through a loophole, I got in, but I'm 9th in line.
No, really?
Right now, I'm 9th in line, and I'm 32 minutes away. And these things have been going about 3-4 minutes. Do I make it?
No.
I
But
bet
you
I do.
should go anyway.
I'm leaving now.
Yeah.
$5,000 mythical money. You want to bet I make it?
Yes.
All right, I'm going.
So you will make it, even if you don't make it, they
I'll
will
be
still
honest.
take care
I'll
of
be
you.
honest.
Yeah, you'll be honest.
Please drive safe.
Yeah, drive safe. Don't drive
Otherwise
in the,
called Jacob.
Don't drive in the
Eight,
one
seven,
lane
seven.
or the speed lane. Are you going to drive in the speed lane?
I have no driver's license. I can't.
Oh, that's right. He's got no driver's license.
Thank God there's no cops
Racing
listening.
down the 110 to get to the DMV.
At least give a different freeway so they don't know he's coming.
Oh, that's right. All he has to do, Jacob, is say, when he gets pulled over, all he has to do is say, I'm the voice of the Lakers.
That's
and they
right.
will let
Oh,
him
man.
off.
So Jacob, if something happens, he gets pulled over, and he called you, can you actually help him since he admitted that he was doing this without a license?
And there's an
on the air?
acknowledgement in advance.
Yes, I would help him.
You would.
You still can.
I would help him, yes.
So-
how I would help him
I
is
don't
a
know-
different conversation, but I would help him.
I just didn't know if how that all works because he's admitting that he doesn't have a license.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this appears to be at a bit of an emergency.
Yes.
He needs to get there.
So I was describing a situation I was in today, Jacob, and maybe you know the answer to this. So I was driving 80, which I shouldn't be, driving 80 on the 10.
Again, admitting things you shouldn't.
Admitting things. And somebody was stopped. The whole lane was stopped. So I came to a stop with plenty of time.
Okay.
But I immediately thought, oh, my God,
If I
I'm
get
going to get
rear-ended.
rear-ended because I caught the stop. But if somebody behind me was texting or doing whatever, not paying attention, they wouldn't see the traffic has stopped. And I would. Now, here's my question. So I had this moment where I'm like, oh, my God, I could get in. Somebody could rear-end me. Are you supposed to get really tense or are you supposed to get really loose?
The reality becomes loose.
That's what I thought.
Because
It's
the
loose.
more tense. And don't forget, I took a case this morning.
Yep.
Very similar to what you're telling me.
Yep.
And my client ended up having a truck go over the back of his vehicle
Over
and
the back.
end up on his, literally on the head of his, I mean,
Oh
what do you
my
call that? The ceiling of the car or
God,
the
that's
top of the
crazy.
car.
Yeah.
And it was him, his wife, and his 3 kids in the car.
Oh, my God.
And their whole front window was smashed, but thank God they were
Everybody's
not badly
okay?
injured. Everyone's okay.
Yeah.
But obviously traumatized. Kids are just a mess. But when you talk about that, is that a lot of times I have to tell you something happens to me. When that happens to me,
Yep.
I look to my left and I look to my right, even on the freeway.
Yep.
And if I have to make a move to a lane to the left, to the right, that may be more safe than what's coming behind me, I'm thinking secondary to
Yeah,
that as
Ireland
well.
said pull to the shoulder.
That's exactly what I would say.
Right. Okay, good. It's
So,
just a
but-
nervous
but-
feeling.
yeah, but thank
'Cause-
God you're okay.
Yeah, no, it was
And nothing
totally
happened.
fine. Totally fine. So after I left LAFC, which I think there was like 1 minute left in the game, after I left LAFC, you guys
1
had
minute.
a royal experience. Describe what you guys did last Wednesday night.
We did. So it was myself and Greg and Stephanie. We went with my family. We went downstairs. And we went, onto the field, and we went down there, and we watched the last, I think, 5 minutes of the game. We got a chance to watch 2 goals.
Yeah, because they scored late, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was 1-0 or something, and then suddenly just the barrage of the last 2 goals.
Yeah.
And we got a chance to watch it live right in front of us, which was really exciting. And then we waited after the game, and, Carlos Vela went by us and said hello, and a couple other players.
That's cool.
And it was a fun experience, and I'm glad that Greg and Stephanie got a chance to be there and hang out with us.
No, I didn't.
It was very, very cool, and Carlos Vela stopped and talked to Jacob.
Is that
like
right?
it was like, hey, this is like my best friend in the world. Hey, Jacob, what's happening?
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, nice guy.
I heard you're signing autographs, and people are asking for selfies and all that kind of stuff.
People are just really kind, and I think especially with kids, when they do follow you and they're kind enough to do that, it's nice to be able to give them something that they look forward to, and it's always fun. Whether it's at a Laker game or it's at a LAFC game, it's always good to interact with other fans.
So you're big time over at LAFC. Are you going to be able to get into the Messi game? I think it's September 1st. Are you going to that game?
I'm not going because I'm going to be out of town because it's Labor Day.
Yeah, it's September 1. I think it's the Sunday of Labor Day weekend,
Correct.
right?
We talked about
September
it. September
3rd is the
is the game itself, September 3rd.
But I would think if I'm here, there's a chance that I'd be able to go. Yes.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure there would be. I'm sure there would be. Jacob, it's great seeing you. Thanks for the advice too. I'm going to pull over to the shoulder if I'm ever.
And
in
I appreciate that.
situation
If I may,
again.
I have a buddy of mine. His name is Dar. He listens every single week.
What's up, Dar?
Sends me a text. Okay, 3:45. I'm on. So I just want to give him a shout out to be a loyal listener, not only of you guys, but just a great guy and a great friend.
Awesome. Hey, Dar. Thanks for listening. All right, Jacob, great seeing you as always, man.
Take care of yourself.
All right, it is time for some Super Crosstalk.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
There he is. Everybody's in the house today. Shadano's here. Cappy's here. You didn't bring your megaphone, Cappy. Where's your megaphone? Did you misplace it?
No, I didn't misplace it.
Was it stolen?
No, it is not stolen.
Confiscated?
Not stolen. Nope, not been confiscated.
Okay.
But you know what happened is I left my house on Friday at noon.
Okay.
And I have not been home since.
Right. You went to your special hotel and
Shut up, Mason.
Shut up, you.
Yeah.
I don't need that drop right now.
No, I haven't been home.
How's your face?
I haven't been home in 5 days.
My face is not.
It looks better.
No, it's better than it was.
See his knees.
My problem is my knees.
What happened?
Yeah, so I went. So
I didn't notice your knees the other day.
No, I hit him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See the new video that was out there?
No,
there's some new video out there. I think today.
Is there?
Yeah, of you like falling down. I think we
Where
actually.
is it?
I think we get to see the fall.
No, I want to see that.
I think so. Let me just see what I just
Is
saw.
that Bergman? Did you see the videotape of me the entire fall? It's like the Zapruder film. I want to see. I saw the end of it. I don't know what I did.
I only saw when you fell on your knees. I didn't see when you hit your face.
I didn't see any of this live either.
I know, me neither. And I was at
me
third
neither.
base.
Yeah. And by the way, after it happened, I pretended like it didn't.
Right.
And Ramona's the one that got on the wireless and started saying, Mason's bleeding. He's bleeding. It's like, thank you, Ramona. I was trying to low-key the whole thing.
I don't think you could have low-keyed the bleeding part.
Nobody saw the knees because I pulled my shorts below my knees.
But your face.
Is this
new video? Here, take a look at this. Is this new film?
Okay, is this new film? Let's see.
Let's see. Take a look at that right there.
Right there.
Yeah. I see you going down. See, the original video is just Mason getting up from the first fall. This seems like it's new video. Is that not new video?
No,
The video
Same
yesterday,
video.
you could actually see him fall and hit his knees.
Yeah, same video. Same video. So no video exists of this, which is a shame.
It is a shame.
Gosh darn it.
I know, it's not like the Mace plant where everybody sees it
Yeah,
in
exactly.
slow motion.
Exactly.
I have I have good news for you, too.
Oh, good.
Because I know you guys are trying to plan your little Del Mar thing.
Yeah, on the
So
30th.
I'm going to be working next week.
Okay.
I told Greg. I had to kind of switch some vacation stuff. So I will just do on that day that you guys want to go to Del Mar.
We moved that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's now the 30th. It's now Sunday the 30th.
Oh.
So you
Yeah.
don't have to. So
I was going to say we'd do a special edition of Sedano and Friends. Bring it back one day.
Sedano and Friends, Tim Bontemps. and
He's
Nick-
coming in studio
Tim
today.
Bontemps will be here today.
Tim Bontemps going to be here.
Bontemps in studio.
What about Jovan Buha?
No, that's more of a Slee.
Oh, that's big.
I mean,
Slee.
I like Jovan too, but Slee's that's like Slee's guy.
Yeah, Slee hardcore.
We should
is
do an
Jovan Buha.
off-season Lakers roundtable. You get Tim Bontemps.
Nick
you get
Friedel.
McMiniman.
McMiniman works.
McMiniman.
Yeah. Buha.
Brian Windhorse.
B-Dub.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dan Wakey.
If we did Sedano and
Good.
Friends, though, we could have Mina Kimes in studio, plus the baby bump. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, we
See,
could-
I keep saying Mason and Ireland. No, I guess I won't say that.
So I guess I'm not doing you a favor anymore.
No, not. It's not necessary
Oh,
anymore
okay.
because we play. And Cappy, you've got horses running that day, right? That's why we picked it. Was the 30th? I think you've got horses running.
I don't know. We have horses running on the 23rd, which
Yep.
is Sunday.
Yeah.
And then you're coming the following Sunday,
Right.
the 30th.
No horses?
Not yet. I mean, because, we haven't
Yeah.
looked into see exactly
You
what
have
the deal
to
is.
Argue your way into these
No,
races,
no,
or
you-
how's that go?
You have to try and enter your
What's
way
the name
in.
of your horse? How many? Give me a name.
Oh, dude,
Just
I'm
a
going to
name
send
of
you.
your
I'm going to
horse.
give you a roster, but I got to go to my email because I don't have like
Are they
names.
funny? Are they funny names?
I've got like one Kamenetsky brother who's a funny horse, and I've got one who's a more talented horse. You know, like the Cam brothers.
Oh, like the can. Yeah,
Right.
isn't that something, George? Did you expect that? We have a funny Kamenetsky, and we've got
an
an
athletic one. Brian is definitely the
Kamenetsky.
athletic one.
I'm taking the fall for this entire game, by the way.
You are?
Are you
You
saying
seemed to
your
pass it
GM
off
skills?
yesterday.
My GM skills, terrible. And I heard the whole conversation about clipping Ron's wings. The deal was...
Yeah, I saw that video.
Ron likes to have a
Lofted
high
high,
art.
yeah.
And the rule was you couldn't go over 12 feet, and Ron says that's why he got pounded.
He did get pounded.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened to us? We scored 4 in the first and won the rest of the way.
It was 5-5
Yeah.
after 3.
Yeah, we
and
were
then we
in
got
it.
destroyed.
We got destroyed.
The last 2 innings.
See, I put together a terrible roster. I had a chance.
How does that make you feel, George?
When I had to
No,
move,
I'm not saying
well,
George
when
was.
I knew I
Yes,
was.
he was.
I knew
No,
I
he
was in
wasn't. He was
trouble.
It was horrible.
Well, I only had one play that was horrible. But
Yeah, you're claiming. Wait a minute, from the guy that had 4 errors in 6 innings.
I
That's
knew
right.
we were in trouble when they were like, when Travis and Clinton were like, "Hey, we need you to play the outfield." I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
I
know.
don't play the outfield.
Yeah.
Hey, that was not your story yesterday. You said that George put himself in the outfield.
Well, now I thought you put yourself, but
No.
in turn, other people put you out there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it
I
wasn't.
didn't want to leave
It
second
wasn't
base.
George's idea.
Oh.
But he came on yesterday and said you were the worst player in the game,
Of course he did.
which I think is just ridiculously, patently false.
That's actually not what I said. I didn't say you were the worst.
That's what you said. We
you
have
were-
tape
no,
on it.
no,
Pull
no,
the
no.
tape.
Pull it.
Pull the tape.
Pull that tape.
Pull it.
Pull
Pull
it. Because listen, look, I'll say right now, like Funchy, horrendous. Now,
Wait, I would like to stand up for Funches.
I mean, that goes a long way for literally a guy who made 5 errors.
Let
at
me
third base.
wait a minute. Let me talk about Funches for a minute.
Go ahead.
Momo at bat.
He got Momo out.
Two strikes.
There was 2 people on.
one of the plays of the game.
Foul ball back. Funchy somehow
Right.
makes that catch
Save-
on the swing.
save the
Yeah.
inning.
Save
Yeah.
the inning. So why are you attacking Funchy?
Well, I just feel bad for him. Like maybe he should never put a bat in his hand. You know, like I mean, it's sad.
You can
for him.
afford one guy to play defense like Funch.
Well, I mean, look, I didn't say you were the worst. I said you were one of them. Don't think you were?
No.
Come on, 2 routine fly
What
balls
do
in
you
the
mean?
outfield.
No, one. The other one I couldn't get to.
Yeah, no,
You
the
hit
other
your
one was
glove.
not catchable.
It was in between me and Henrik.
Did it hit your glove or not?
No.
Okay,
only one.
One ball hit your glove and almost went over.
Yeah.
And then one ball hit your glove and you didn't make the catch. Did I have that wrong? I'll have to go review the film.
No, one hit my glove,
Yeah.
and I was stunned that it wasn't there because I actually went to reach for the ball
Right.
and realized, oh, crap, it popped out.
Yep.
But the other one I couldn't get. I was hauling ass from one
Yeah.
side of the field to the other to try to get there.
Meanwhile, Cappy threw a ball to
you threw it,
Azusa.
you almost killed a freaking patron.
That's true.
You threw
That's
it
true.
like 50 feet over Kirk's head. I'm not
that's true.
exaggerating.
No, that's true.
50 feet.
That's true. Now,
By the way, I just gave the YouTube people a taste of what it's like when
Yeah.
I'm on the field.
Yes,
or
exactly.
in a regular event.
Like when you're breaking, you broke the bat.
Right.
now,
you
that's
break
another
the-
thing. He broke the bat. Why? Why? Because you swung and you missed, and you got upset that you hit the bat on the home plate.
And it was only like strike one though.
Hey,
Like,
hold on.
yeah.
But Clinton says the reason you broke is because he broke it before you did.
Yeah, Clinton's claiming he broke the bat. He started breaking
You
it,
don't
and
buy
you
that?
finished
You
it.
want credit for breaking the bat?
I don't know. It seemed fine when I
Did
grabbed
you
it.
slam it down?
Yeah.
After a swing and miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Clinton's wrong. I'm with
No, I
Shadano
slammed it on the plate.
Yeah. The Alliance lives.
With 2 hands.
Yeah, with 2 hands. It was Shadano who broke the bat. It was not Clinton.
I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know. I just know when I slammed the bat, I was like, I slammed it pretty hard.
Yeah.
Because I was pissed that I swung and missed.
Yeah.
And then the next pitch, I hit it right at Sliwa's head, and he still caught it.
The best one, by the way, was
And
Well, he had to
turn
jump,
two.
actually.
Turn 2.
And he turned 2, yeah.
the best was Justin Schafflander. Now, the guy who's our
No, that guy, he's good.
he threw a
What?
fit
He's
at-
way better than you.
Yeah, he's
Hold on.
Schafflander,
Way better than you.
Schafflander played a much better
Okay.
third base than you.
That may be
Way
the case.
better. Way
Hold on.
better.
That may be the case. He played a better third base. I acknowledge that my throws from third to first were embarrassing.
Not even your
your
throws. You
your-
couldn't feel the
you couldn't
position.
get- you couldn't
Excuse
get leather
me,
on it.
Excuse me. Go back and watch the film. There were probably 4 or 5 balls hit my way, of which 4 of them were in my glove, and I threw to Kirk Morrison. He made a great play. Probably got a little bit of help from the umpire, if I'm being honest about it.
Oh, yeah.
2 of them, I flew one over Kirk's head, and I threw one that went into the ground that he couldn't get either. But I got glove on ball and made the stop, couldn't make the throw. Now, I have a series of excuses. Would you like to hear them?
No.
Yeah, spin the wheel of excuses.
don't,
I
actually.
heard one yesterday. Go ahead and give me number 2.
Okay, here's a couple of
Because
excuses.
I got to hear them for 2.5
Yeah,
hours.
yeah,
after. So I got to hear it again.
Here's a couple of excuses for
Thank
him.
God Tim Bontemps is coming.
Yeah,
up.
God.
Number
Nick
1.
Friedel, where are you?
Right. Poor footwear. Poor footwear.
Okay, let me say something about. I'm glad you said this. Poor footwear. I believe that poor footwear
That's your problem.
was one of the reasons why I, on an aggressive base running play at third base, I was tripped. That's the thing that people don't realize. I was tripped on that play.
Do you know by whom?
Me. I was tripped by myself.
That's what I thought.
On that play. But if we had worn, were you wearing field cleats or something like that?
I was wearing hiking sneakers.
Yeah, see, I was
So
wearing,
I had at least a little grip.
I was wearing regular sneakers. I was sliding all over the place.
So were mine. Mine were worn out too on the bottom. It was a big mistake. But you know, the first overthrow that I had, it came after my second at bat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running down the first base line, and I see Ron Mitchell has the ball, and I see that he's going to try and flip it over to Travis. And I, for some reason, think, while running full speed, which most people thought was probably walking,
Yep.
I thought for some reason I was going to beat out the throw. Well, as I go to try and beat out the throw, I feel my hamstring.
Oh, you're right. The hamstring.
And I'm like, that's bad news.
Yeah.
Really bad news. Now I go back to third. Now I don't want anybody to know I'm hurt.
Right.
Like Brian Kamenetsky's hiding that he's hurt.
Right. I was also trying to hide when I was hurt.
So I'm hurt now. I'm injured.
Yeah.
Can barely bend.
Oh.
And now when I go to throw the ball, my right foot is my back foot.
Yeah,
I need
sure.
that
You
foot.
need that foot.
For leverage.
Yeah, totally.
Didn't have it.
Yeah.
Overthrew Kirk.
Yep.
Underthrew Kirk.
Yep.
Bottom line, horrible third base. Horrible third base. I acknowledge that. Okay?
Yeah, you full accountability.
Total accountability.
Yeah.
But you see, the difference is my teammates picked me up. So when Sliwa caught the ball that Sedano hit right back
Yes.
at him, which hit him
By the
right
way,
here in the glove.
Can I just say, that was a missed call by the umpire. We had a rule that if you hit the ball back up the middle towards the pitcher, it was an automatic out.
Yeah.
He didn't call it
He didn't
in
call.
that situation.
Well, technically, it was to his right. He had to jump.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. It was close.
Yeah.
But
I think you should watch the video.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Have
going
you
to go
seen
back
the video?
and watch.
I saw him. He jumped and he caught it to his right.
I went back and watched the entire thing.
Cap,
In fact,
I saw the video.
I don't see any jump.
He got off his feet.
we've got a squeeze play.
Boy, we see things
of
so
this
differently.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no shock because you're an idiot.
Well, you're a moron. How about that? And you also are blind. And a terrible...
What the hell?
Let's go! Bring it!
The hell is happening?
No, I'm not throwing a bottle at you.
No. What
The
happened?
bottle.
No, you broke the bottle.
No, I hit your belly,
Okay.
which was an easy target.
They're throwing
No, it
water
didn't.
bottles
it
at
broke
each
here
other.
because you
if
threw
you're-
it on the.
It was just like Clinton Yates.
YouTube.
He broke it, and then you broke
No,
it.
you broke it.
No, you broke it.
Yeah.
We have to once and for all. We got to get
Children.
Yeah, I feel like I'm...
Water balloon fight.
I'm like babysitting here.
Seriously.
You
I'm
broke
like
it. You hit the chair.
Yeah, you hit.
I hit you right in the belly.
Yeah.
Look at the water all over me.
No.
It broke.
No, it
No,
didn't.
it did not break.
This
on
is
your
a
belly.
rock.
No,
His
it
belly's
is-
a rock.
It's
No,
not
it's
a
not.
rock.
His belly's a rock.
No,
It's a jelly
no.
bean.
Yeah.
It's a jelly
Feel his
belly.
belly.
No,
jelly
you're-
belly.
Feel my belly.
Jelly
Feel
belly.
it.
You're juggling. You're juggling. Yeah, I mean,
fat.
seriously.
Nobody here has a
jiggling.
rock.
You're jiggling.
I think I do.
No.
No. Yeah, he probably does think he does. He thinks he does.
Of course he does.
Yeah, of course.
No, if there's somebody here with a rock, it's not you.
Right. Are we going to throw
Who
any-
is it?
Oh, Mario.
Mario. That's probably right.
Yeah. Mario Ruiz.
Matt Burke.
No,
Laura
Matt Burks
says-
doesn't have a six-pack. Mario, I could see Mario taking his shirt off
Do you
and
think
having
Mario's
a six-pack.
got a six-pack?
Or at least a four-pack.
I don't think we have a six-pack in
You
the
don't think
building.
so?
No, I don't.
What do you got?
Oh, my God. I got nothing.
I've got a one-pack. Just one
DeAndre.
big pack.
DeAndre?
Oh,
I'm like, one of the
DeAndre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Rock may have a six-pack.
Oh, is he gone? I'm
Is
like,
he gone?
D.
D.
Cody,
Oh,
not
right.
you, bro.
Cody,
Sorry.
you don't have one?
no,
What about
Cody,
Carlo?
yeah.
He works out like crazy.
Carlo might.
Carlo's a good
Carlo
one.
might.
Carlo's
Yeah.
a good one.
Ron Mitchell?
Greg?
Ron Mitchell, maybe.
Leave
Greg
Ron
is
Mitchell
not.
alone.
Greg's not.
I heard
What
Ron
happened?
Mitchell on the show yesterday.
Leave Ron
Greg
Mitchell
doesn't have
alone.
a six-pack.
Yeah, Greg, you don't have a six-pack. do
This
you?
I
right
do
here
not have
is
a
where the
six-pack.
bottle exploded. When it hit this rock.
Really?
That
Then
is-
why did it explode all over this chair?
Because it cracked when it hit this rock.
No, it
and
didn't.
then I
What did
threw
you
it back
do?
at you.
They're throwing water bottles at each other.
I'm going to have like one of those bruises where when a ball hits you straight up the middle.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have my glove like
Right,
Sliwa down
right,
here.
Sure.
Did you really just throw something when there was
They
beer
threw water
bottles around?
bottles at each other.
Water
Not
bottle.
Water
It
bottles.
was a
Not,
small
But there's
8-ounce
bottles right there.
yeah, but they're not throwing beer
But
bottles.
what do you think?
Greg?
You think we're gonna throw it at the glass?
Well, that's what happened. No.
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 Oh, okay. So the beer bottles didn't
they
break.
threw water
Plastic
bottles
water
at each other.
bottles.
What part
Okay.
of water bottle didn't you hear?
No,
He was busy outside.
Yeah, there was a whole thing with Riley, but there was
Oh.
but no, I thought a bottle got broken. That's all
No,
I heard.
it did.
Yes, a bottle did
A
get
bottle
broken.
did get broken.
No, but
it's-
a
here it is,
plastic
a
bottle.
plastic
No, that's
bottle.
fine.
And they were throwing at
As long as it
each
doesn't
other.
get any of the equipment wet.
Do you guys ever like get along in some way, or is it always because the last few of these I've done,
Occasionally.
you have been at each other's throats?
Occasionally.
Yeah, occasionally.
Occasionally.
You know, I don't know if you noticed this, but first of all, you are not, as Kaplan said, the worst softball player.
No, I know. I don't care.
One of the worst.
But
Not worse than you.
no, not worse. You
Well, I'll
were
tell you
worse.
what,
You
play
were
third
worse than
base.
him.
Okay, I was playing second just fine.
No, third base is
Okay.
a whole different world.
I'll play third base next year.
Third
Done.
base is a whole different world.
No,
No,
you refuse to play in the field at all.
I'm not playing in the field. No.
Second base is
I
not
can
playing third base.
barely-
Your whole game plan was hit the ball to me.
Yeah, well, and
It didn't
that
really
part
work.
of it kind of worked. We did get a lot of errors out of you. We just
Right, but
couldn't-
how many runs did it
we
convert?
couldn't score.
I mean, like 4 or 5.
we
probably.
couldn't
not at
score
all.
runs. We could not deliver timely hits. That's the problem. We could not come up with timely hits, and we had bad hitters. I put together
put
a
you in
very
that-
bad
that-
team.
that group.
I did.
I did not hit well.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I hit one really well that Sliwa caught.
Yeah, I hit one. I was 1 for 3, but I had after I screwed up my hand. I grounded out twice to the pitcher, which is embarrassing. Double ground out to the pitcher. Ground out.
What
to
happened,
the pitcher.
Bergman? I can't hear you.
I was talking to Lindsay.
Oh,
thank you.
I thought you were shaking your head at what we were saying.
Yeah.
No. Oh, well, we were talking about Ron Mitchell a little bit, and I was just saying he's just whining.
He is. He's
Yes.
getting a little whiny. Yeah.
I
He whined on your show.
well, here's what happened.
Cappy set him up to whine.
I didn't set him up.
Yes, you did.
No, I
You
didn't.
were a setter-upper.
Yeah.
Here's what happened.
What happened?
Yesterday, this place is buzzing yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's in here. Everybody's talking about the game.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. And Ron seemed to be pretty quiet about it all. I think Ron came in. He was probably a little, embarrassed.
Yep.
Because he was such a star last year.
Yep.
And he got smoked.
He did.
And so I kind of walked up to him just, hey, man, how you doing? What's going on? Hey, listen, a couple of deals I wanted to talk to you about. I tried to, break the ice.
Right.
But then it didn't take long for him to get going.
Yeah.
And he goes, they clipped my wings.
Yeah.
He goes, I was a guy who last year came into the game. I could do whatever I want.
Yep.
Nobody had rules, restrictions.
Correct.
But they clipped his wings.
They clipped his wings.
And he blamed Bergman.
No, he should blame me.
Bergman?
He said Bergman went to the umpire and changed the rules
No.
to restrict his pitching
He
abilities.
should blame me. Because I met with the umpire along with Sliwa before the game, and I acknowledged that the height limit would be 12 feet.
Well, why'd you do that?
Because I was stupid in that moment. I should have said
Bad
unlimited
manager.
arc, and
Bad
we would have been
manager.
golden.
Terrible manager.
Yeah.
You play for a terrible manager.
I totally blew this. I don't even think I should have a team next year.
I don't know who's worse.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically
you as a manager
you don't
or him
unless
as a
you
player.
win host of the year.
Unless I win host of the year. But I don't even think I should have a team even if I win. Plus, I'm Susan Lucci. I'm not going to win host of the year.
You're not, huh?
No, every year I'm going to be nominated.
Really?
Every year I'm going to lose.
So Slee was going to have a team next year. He's got to defend.
Susan Lucci eventually won.
It was like 16 nominations.
It doesn't matter. She eventually
Yeah,
won.
Sure. I'm not going to be here 16 years.
But next
I
year,
thought you said you're never retiring now.
Well, it's still. Don't you think at some point they're going to usher me out of the building?
I mean, you.
yes, the answer is yes. They are.
No, when I come in with a walker, they're going to say that's enough.
Yeah.
It's enough already.
Yeah, so Slee will have a team next year.
Yeah, he will. Correct.
George might have a team next
Right.
year.
If you win host of the year, you get the team. Whoever wins host of the year gets the team in the All-Star
Right.
softball.
But that
game.
could be anybody.
But what happens if Sliwa goes back to back?
Oh, that's a great question.
Then what?
Then we
Draw straws?
Draw straws. Yeah, that's a good plan.
Or you do the thing with the bat where you take your hand all the way up the bat.
Well,
You guys
there's too
know what
many
I'm
I
talking
know
about?
that.
though.
Yeah, there's too many people that
All right,
do
well,
that.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors. Another
Papa
good
shot.
That actually could be a funny battle because we could do it online
Oh, that's right.
and
That's
see who
right.
wins.
Exactly.
How about Papa shot?
Bergman, is that okay?
Yep.
If Sliwa goes back to back?
Yeah.
I think I'm injured, by the way. I think I'm injured again.
Oh, well, you stop.
I think I'm
stop.
hurt. No, I think
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
seriously injured.
You've pulled.
I pulled
Hold
an
on,
ab-
wait.
I pulled an abdominal muscle.
What happened to The Rock?
Well, The Rock is hurt right now. The
stop.
Rock got
The
chipped.
Rock. Yeah.
The Rock got chipped.
Stop. By
Yeah.
a plastic 8-ounce water bottle?
Full of water.
Uh-oh. God. Look who's here.
Oh, yeah.
He's
I love
gutless.
your relationship so much.
He is gutless.
The Sedano Cat
Why do you
relationship
have
is
a
the best.
vuvuzela?
That
Blow
that
it,
didn't
dude.
even sound right.
Listen, I know how to blow the horn, yeah.
Yeah. So, did you witness any of the friggin' fight
They just showed me the video back
video?
there
I mean,
Of what?
of you guys fighting.
I mean, seriously, how old are we, Cappy?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
did you say that
didn't-
with
he threw the bottle first, right?
No, I threw the bottle first.
No, he threw it first. I saw it.
the Alliance?
It was Cappy.
By the
threw
way,
it.
at least these hold on.
Yeah.
At least these guys have the guts to take out their aggressions and not let it get pent up for 30 years like you and John. Because here's the thing. Remember how you took that sledgehammer to the van?
Yeah.
Picked your part. I mean, you missed. but
I
that's a
almost
whole-
missed. Yeah, almost.
Do you realize what John would do if we told him you've got a sledgehammer in 10 seconds and nobody will ever care? Your face would look a lot worse than it does right now. He would go to town on
I do
you.
not believe that.
Oh, 100%.
I do not
Why
believe
are there
that.
2 holes in the wall?
That
was not the water bottle,
Ireland
so shut
probably
up.
threw something else. Ireland's throwing stuff around the studio.
Yeah,
no.
I can see your-
And by the
your-
way,
your
no,
brain working.
Ireland would not hit me in the head with a sledgehammer.
You'd
That's
hit him, though.
ridiculous. No, I would not.
Yeah, you would.
No,
Did
I
Iron
wouldn't.
throw another trophy?
No, I think
No.
that's an incidental.
throw a beer bottle?
Action. No. But no.
Can we
by
have
the
the
way,
beer?
we get along. Me and Ireland get along. There's no.
Me and Sedano get along.
No,
Yeah, they
you
do.
don't.
No,
They
they're
don't get
they're a
along.
passionate couple
Right.
that
Yeah.
has amazing evenings. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
You and Ireland haven't touched
We
each
have
other
the
in
good
25
sex.
years.
Yeah.
You guys haven't touched each other in 25 years.
Yeah. No, I think we
Maybe
mix it
just
up.
on anniversaries and
I think we
holidays.
I think we mix it up a little
Sometimes on birthdays.
Yeah,
bit.
maybe
Some
once in a
birthday
while.
Special
Hey, it's your
birthday.
hey, it's
New
your
Year's Eve. Hey, you're 60.
Right.
yeah.
Let's
It's
mix
your
it up a
birthday.
little
Roll
bit.
over for a
Yeah,
second.
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, I mean, you know.
I mean, you stay together for the kids like Bergman. I get
Right.
it.
Yeah, we stayed
I
together
did
for
that. I
Bergman.
definitely did
Although
that.
Jorge's leaving.
I
He's
know.
He's all grown up and he's leaving
That's
the
it.
show.
He's leaving the.
He's going to the
nest.
new hot show, baby.
He's going to Travis and Slee.
They got the 2 awards:
They
the
did.
Man of the People and the Host of the
I
Year.
like the
Host
way
of the
you
Year.
put it on Twitter, though, that it was his choice.
Well, because
I just want
everybody
everybody to know.
assumes I get rid of people.
Well,
you
do.
did.
And Ireland
You did.
propagates
Right. I
this
mean, you got
rumor.
rid
You
of
did. I mean,
Ireland,
you did.
Ireland said
Lindsay,
you gave
you
him.
admitted you
Lindsay
traded her.
was a trade. I didn't
Ireland's-
get rid of her.
Right, but it
you
was a-
guys wanted to get rid of Bergman too.
That is true.
But
that is true.
That is true. But the call was made to me about: do you want Lindsay because Mason and Ireland don't?
Right, but I was told, and by the way, they're done with Bergman. So it seemed like a natural trade. You
I'm
and
just
Bergman
guessing
didn't
which
match.
one of you goes for, hey, so tell us about Emily first.
What do
You
mean?
or him?
What about Emily?
Who's gonna get out of the Greg and or Lindsay business first?
Oh, make the
It'll be
trade
Mason.
timely?
It'll be
Hey,
Mason.
Ireland said it the other day.
What is
you,
it, Bergman?
You gave
get rid of me
her.
first.
You gave Jorge the Lindsay treatment. That's what Ireland said.
It's
You did?
ridiculous.
That is not true.
That is totally not true.
That's what Ireland said.
I don't know. I feel like you're a changed man.
I've begged him to stay on the show.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. I begged him. Now, Lindsay.
You didn't get on your knees because that would hurt.
Yeah,
considering
Lindsay-
the way you scraped it.
Lindsay and
Yeah.
I weren't a match. You and Bergman weren't a match. We
Right.
made a simple trade.
Yeah.
Now he says I banned Tyler from the show, which is ridiculous.
I mean,
I've
you
never
did
been.
do- you did
I've-
do that.
How do you know?
I heard you talk about it one day.
You heard.
You said it
Ireland
on the
talk
air,
about it.
didn't you?
No. Bergman, clear this up.
With all this control over producers, you'd think the show would be better.
Corporate Greg?
He did not ban him. That is where as far
No,
as
I was Volko in banning. So,
Hey, if you knew what a good softball player he was, you might have had a different opinion.
Listen, I have a different opinion.
Nobody took it more
Maybe
seriously.
next year you can give
than Tyler.
Sedano lessons on softball.
Tyler and Brian Kamenetsky were the two most serious
I am
people
so,
at
and
that
I wanted
game.
to talk about this to open the show, but we just keep going.
Yeah,
show
yeah,
never stops.
just keep going.
I was so brokenhearted by Sedano's performance.
Oh, why?
Because I think Sedano's the best at everything.
Sedano was great.
I dropped the ball.
I know, that hurt me.
What do you want me to do?
I wanted the call to be amazing. And Sedano, my best friend, with the catch of the night.
Even if I would have caught it, we were down 14-5.
It didn't matter. I would have made it an amazing call.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
And then just like that, the ball slipped out of Sedano's gloves.
Yeah.
I mean, we were down at 14-5. We weren't coming back.
Nothing matches Cappy at third base. That was just, he was a butcher. He was a butcher at third base.
He was like Daniel Day-Lewis in Gangs of New York.
Yes, he was.
Do you know we're 12 minutes away from Tim Bontemps in studio?
Oh, my God. In studio?
In
I've
studio.
got to get out of here so I can hear Tim Bontemps.
There you go.
Now, and then...
You got a fancy jacket. Where'd you get that?
They gave it to me some years ago.
Oh, yeah, that's going
way
way
back.
back.
All this some years ago. All the stuff that didn't fit now fits.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm
you look
excited
good.
about
You've
that.
got like a chiseled chin.
And a scar
You
on his
should,
face.
And
do what he's doing.
I did. I should.
And
Which-
scars on my
which is
face.
what, fall in between second and third
Well, I'm
base and
saying get the chiseled
scrape up
chin.
your knees and your hand and your nose.
Yeah, no, don't do
You
that.
were worse than me. I had the
Oh,
courage
I-
to play third base.
Yeah, but Mason doesn't like.
I don't proclaim myself to be good.
No, I proclaim myself to be good.
The difference is you proclaim to yourself to be like a major leaguer.
Right.
Like you're like Craig Nettles at
Right.
third base.
I said bad general manager, bad player. That's what I say about him.
like you're Ron Say.
Yeah. It was bad. I admit it.
Yeah.
I admit it was a bad throw.
All right.
But I have a couple of excuses that are legit.
More excuses.
Yeah.
You almost killed so many people.
Footwear. Broken hamstring,
Yep.
needs surgery. I'm
Right.
looking at like,
Hamstring?
Yeah, I'm looking at like a year of rehab now, George.
Grade 3 hamstring strain.
You know, footwear, hamstring.
All right. More excuses coming up.
Right.
Morales, you hanging out today?
I am, but they're not from 4:30 to 5. I've been told let Tim Bontemps have my chair. So
yeah.
you know, you got to
I mean,
let Tim Bontemps.
it's okay. You guys had your fun yesterday, didn't you?
I know.
Like I
We
feel like
did.
you were
We had
on
a lot
the-
of fun.
I
We
was
had a
just
lot
gonna
of
say,
No fun today?
You were on
No
the-
fun apparently.
You were on
Tim
the
Bontemps.
station the whole. That's not true. Don't be a jerk.
What did you say?
Tim Bontemps is coming in here just to get beat up on, just
No,
so you
he's
know.
not.
Yes, he is.
Well, because
Why?
he said the Lakers are not the
George is
greatest.
going to kick his ass.
He made a comment about the Lakers offseason.
And George was not happy.
Okay. All right. Well,
And by the way, Mace, Griza on Twitter said, "Hello, Circle. I am from the Mason Ireland Mafia. I voted for Mason Ireland for the past two Mandy's. I will vote for Sedano and Cap moving forward because of this interaction alone, based on you two throwing water bottles at each
See,
other."
Mace?
well, I am
that's
not
what you
going
need
to
to do.
Maybe you
I
need
feel
to
like if you threw water at Ireland, he'd be okay with it.
You need to smack him around a
We've
little
had
bit.
our share of throwing water in this studio.
I remember.
Sliwa, Ireland, they've all got it.
Yeah, and look how you changed Sliwa. Now he's on the run, the year of the Slee. What could be next
The
on the
Grand
year of the
Slam.
Slee?
The Grand Slam.
Couldn't be prouder of that
Does
kid.
he play golf?
He's going to have a hole-in-one at the golf tournament, and he's never played golf in his
That
life.
could happen. That could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys take over. Tim Bontemps on the way. Mason and Ireland back tomorrow at 1. Find out whether Ireland made it to the DMV in time. Mason and Ireland in the book, 710 ESPN.